It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig. You decide when you lose, not other people. And Blabs.
I like pickles.
And co-hosted by our friends from around the internet. If you like common sense, hit that thumbs up button and, of course, the subscribe button. And join us Monday through Friday live at 11 a.m. Central Time. And now, broadcasting from our homes, it's time for the #1 gaming and entertainment podcast on God's green earth. It's time for Side Scrollers.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, welcome on out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com and SideScrollers.locals.com. What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday to you. Stuttering Craig, welcome to the #1 video game and entertainment. Man, we got a good one today. So much to talk about. It's ridiculous. Every day, the internet just continues to give us shit to talk about. Thank you, internet. Thank you, X. Thank you, insane video game industry. You're all batshit crazy. Thank you. Speaking of batshit crazy, it's Blabs.
Hi. You know, I thought you had a little stroke before. Again, you're like, oh no, you forgot how to do English.
No. Trust where I'm going with this, Blabs. Trust where I'm going with it.
Trust in the Force?
Trust in the Craig. That's right. Trust in the Craig. Yes, we have so much to talk about. Blabs, are you having a good day?
I am. Yeah, well, there's something that should be coming in the mail today, so I'm happy.
You gonna get it?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Maybe it arrives during the show.
Maybe.
If it does, will you show everybody?
Yeah.
Good. All right, excellent. Joining us today, second time on the show. Super excited to have this wonderful avatar of fun and excitement, and I don't even know how to describe Kirsche.
I'm an avatar of destruction. Hello. Hello.
Man, do you have a background where things just are exploding and chaos is happening? Because that'd be great.
No, but I should. That would be a good idea.
Just meteors falling, buildings crashing, and
The sounds of people screaming.
right.
Music to our ears, it's fine.
Exactly.
That's awesome. That is great. Well, we're glad you're back. How's everything going for you?
Everything's going pretty heckin' good. I'm glad to be back. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for taking a nap before the show and getting your energy boost up before we get going.
Being awake this early is hard for a fox woman.
Now, do you call yourself like a furry or you're not?
No, I'm not a furry. It's just like, you know, if you were to put on cat ears or like put on a clip-on tail, that'd be pretty similar to me. But my tail's real, so you know.
Good point.
Okay.
You know, or you could put on a vest like DSP and become a vest man. It'll be good.
That's true, but I don't want to masturbate in front of my camera.
The camera's on?
That makes one of us, Kirsche.
Wait, hold on.
What?
It's a joke, Blabs. It's a joke.
This channel's going in a different direction.
Yeah.
That's right. We're going straight on. It's ridiculous. Man, we got a lot going on. But first, I'd like to remind you guys, we are live over at rumble.com/sidescrollers. Join us over there. Join the nearly 6,000 followers over on Rumble at rumble.com. For all you who like the freedom and loving and all that stuff and the freedom loving combined, it's over there at rumble.com/sidescrollers. You could have found out that Kirsche was going to be on the show today by following us over at x.com/sidescrollerpod. We also have an Instagram account, don't we, Blabs?
We do, so follow us for some memes and clips and whatnot, or else a stern talking to.
Wow. Blabs will put you in the corner.
Yeah.
Write an angry letter to your third grade teacher.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Be like, this person is despicable. They don't follow this one account on Instagram. That means they're trash.
That would be the worst, though, right? Like, my third grade teacher was Mrs. Fall, right? If one day Mrs. Fall got a letter from some random person was like, hey, do you remember Craig? And he's just a real giant piece of shit. And that'd be a really bad backhanded compliment, you know, or a backhanded, it'd be a horrible thing. Just saying. It would really
How do you
suck.
Remember the name of your third grade teacher?
Oh, I remember all my teachers. Yeah.
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 I don't remember like any of my teachers' names. I remember my third grade teacher was a clown though. So like after she would teach school, she would go and moonlight as a clown, and her clown friends would come to class sometimes.
What?
We got
That's
autographed
awesome.
coloring books to color in her clown friends. It was wild.
That's awesome.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Part-time teacher, part-time real clown, best of
Yeah.
both worlds. As long as you don't I mean, if you're afraid of clowns, then that's a terrible thing because then
Yeah,
you
it's true. If
teach
you're
turns into a
afraid.
clown and then nightmares. But other than that, it sounds great.
I did not expect the show to start today with, well, my teacher was a clown and moonlighted as a clown. I think that's spectacular.
Unironically.
I had a coworker who went to clown, it was circus camp and all that stuff sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
She was really, really short, basically like a midget. And she would do all these gymnastic stuff.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Did she do it in a clown outfit?
No, maybe. I don't know. I never paid attention, really. I was just like, that's cool. You do your thing, boo.
All right, sounds good.
I was also 16, so I really was like, okay, whatever.
You just whatever. I'm 16.
Yeah. I gotta go play with the goats. Bye.
We also have a Kick account over at kick.com/side scrollers. I implore you to follow us over there, which would be great. If you like to watch us on Kick, you can. If you want to listen to the audio version of the show, you can find us over on Spotify. So you don't have to look at our silly faces. You can just listen to our sweet, sweet voices of nectar from the gods. Oh boy. What was that?
It's when I see something that spooks me. I get the spooky face. Oh God.
Hang on, that's so cool. Okay, does it see whenever you make a face, it just changes on you?
I mean, yeah, sometimes,
you press a button?
other times it's gotta be a button, but
That is cool.
Amazing.
That's cool.
Oh my God, I love it.
We should all become VTubers for a day. Anytime my Kirsche not, we should just become VTubers.
I thought he was gonna have an avatar because he was all cartoonified on the thumbnail.
Yeah, that was a really sweet. That was like a filter I found one day, and I just kind of did like that against this, and it made me an anime Craig. So
I remember asking you. I was like, "Oh, that's so cool. Why did you become an anime?" I was like, "Oh, it's a filter." It's like, "Oh."
yeah, I need to find that filter. Maybe I can use it on this camera. I can only use it on the webcam though. That was the issue. So I got to figure out what's going on with that. But yeah, maybe one day anime Craig can make a return. It'd be good.
We could be like a Power Rangers episode.
Right. That'd be pretty sweet. But if 10 of you today would head over to sidescrollers.locals.com and become a member over there, if you want to be notified for the show every single day, head on over there. That is the best place to do it. 10 of you today. You got to make an account. I know it's kind of a pain in the ass, but every day you'll get email notifications that the show is live. That is the best thing about it. In addition to some of the extra content that we're going to be delivering over there as a part of it. It's going to be great. If you're new to the channel, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Join the 72,800 subscribers of Common Sense over here on YouTube. Let's get our 600 like goal today. And of course, our membership goal of 25 every single show. And we're off to a great start because right off the bat, Potato Radio has become a brand new member. That is awesome. Thank you so much, Potato Radio. Also, not to be outdone, the Pally Dan came in as a brand new member. Thank you so much. That puts us at 2 for the day. Now, Kirsche, last time you were on, we just pretty much read super chats for 2 hours.
we had a lot of super chats. I derailed everything. We just kind of chilled.
It was quite the extravagant show. Now, I do have intentions of talking news with you today.
All right.
But before we do, Cesario came in with the $5 super chat. Says, thanks, degenerate Kitsune Kirsche. Your latest vid reminded me of my job in a supermarket where I learned hippies don't like coconut oil as sex lube.
What the heck?
That says hippies do like.
Oh, they do?
They do like.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well.
I like coconut oil in my hair. That feels nice. I don't think I'd use it anywhere else, though.
There was this thing I read a while back about putting, it was lard, pig lard in your hair to help you grow.
Oh, I thought you were going somewhere else with that. I was like, no.
I know about the mayonnaise in hair, but not the pig lard. What the heck?
No, it's like it's
mayonnaise,
supposed to.
peanut butter in hair, stuff like that.
The pig lard is supposed to help you regrow your hair.
I don't know about all that.
You tried, haven't you?
Yeah, have you tried it?
Absolutely.
Does it work?
No, I don't know.
Oh.
I haven't tried it enough. It was one of those things like, what am I doing?
We need to find a bald man to try it.
Right. Super bald. Any super bald men out there want to try the experiment of putting pig lard in your hair? Organic
Super
pig lard.
Why don't you Let's try it out. Make a whole video film vlog. It's day one of me massaging my head with big lard.
I'm not
Day
super
20.
bald, right?
I mean,
have
we
a
don't know.
shaved
You
head.
wear a hat.
Yeah,
Yes.
I have a shaved head. It's different. It's way different. Rest in peace. As Kevin says, my goal is for Blabs to make the ketchup face. So please ask Kirsche about the time her chat raised $3,000 for a chair. No pic, please. What's happening there?
Oh God! So Asmongold left his house. Like a once a year tradition, as it were.
Yes.
And he went out with some woman. I can't remember her name, but they went like shopping for a chair, and like the way that they talked about the chair and the way that the shopping trip was, I was like, no, this is gonna be a cuck chair. And so I looked up the woman, and she actually does cuckold role play on her. Yeah, so she doesn't have an OnlyFans, but I can't remember the name of the website. But she does cuckold fantasy RP, and so I freaked out, and I was like, no, Asmongold's getting a cuck chair, no! And my moderator put a joke cuck chair goal, because she wanted Asmongold to buy a $3,000 chair. My moderator put a dono goal for $3,000 cuck chair, and my chat found it hilarious, so they hit it very quickly.
What's this have to do with ketchup?
I don't know what it has to do with ketchup, but that's the cuck chair story. I think maybe when I shook my ketchup last time I was here, you guys made a funny face.
Yes. Yeah. That was definitely when you were shaking your ketchup. It was definitely an odd sound. Do you have it
I
by
got
you?
to shake my ketchup with Fillion together. That was so exciting. I met somebody else with desk ketchup.
She should meet Disprue. He's got milk at his desk.
Wait, what? How? You're supposed to keep milk in the fridge, though. Doesn't it go sour?
Exactly.
Do you have your ketchup next to you by chance?
Yeah, I do. I got it right here.
I just want to point out I love having you on the show. It's great.
Thank you.
It's awesome.
I'm a literal cartoon character.
It's great. Nissan came in and says, here's $5 for the domain name fund, Craig. Thank you very much. By the way, we're going to be talking about Black Girl Gamers in a little bit.
Can we just call it Black Girl Magic? That's
What's
what I've just been calling it Black Girl Magic.
It rolls off the tongue better.
It does. But in the interest of fairness, I went out and bought whiteboygamers.com.
Oh my
because
God.
I just thought it was funny. I also bought muslimgirlgamers.com.
Are you a Muslim woman?
No, but why do I need to do that?
I mean, you could just self-identify as one, right?
That's right. Well, no, actually, last night I met a wonderful streamer named Kat, and so it was just kind of an ongoing joke. So I went out and bought them yesterday, which is great. I also bought KotakuSucks.com.
Okay, understandable.
If anybody is interested in that. So, the domains will definitely be adding up over time.
How much does a domain cost?
Like $10.
Oh,
they're
cool.
pretty cheap if they're not.
Here I
like,
was thinking you were spending
wanted.
like $50 and $100. I'm like, why?
No. I do have in my cart whitegirlgamers.com as well.
I felt left out, so I asked Craig to buy one.
But yeah, thank you very much. Genuinely appreciate you supporting the cause of buying up all the domains having to do with racial equity and all this.
we need to buy more racially charged domains.
That's right. That's the idea. Exactly. And then, yeah, it just leads to that scene from that show with Ice-T where the guy's like, I have sex for men. And he's like, no, but you're gay.
I got news for you. That means you're gay.
Yeah, he's like, I have sex with men and relationships with women.
I got news for you. And then Berserk's theme starts playing, yeah.
It's so funny. It's so funny and so stupid. Man. I listen, I screwed up this name yesterday, Blabs. Go ahead, fire away.
Wild. Oh, no, I did just what you did. Wildo T. Baggins for $2. I said I'd sub, and I did. Keep up the hard work. Thank you.
Let's go.
Wildo T. Baggins.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Vivo64 says schizo time.
Schizo time.
Hell yeah.
Is that schizo time or schizo time?
Schizo.
Well,
Learn
see,
to
here's the
read,
thing. My last name is Skistomus, right? That's been put out there on the internet for a long time. My nickname in high school was Skits.
You
So-
were
Makes sense.
born in the schizophrenia, molded by it even.
I fully embrace the schizophrenia. Fully embrace it. It's good. So yeah, so when I read that, I was like, that doesn't sound like skits. I know what skit sounds like, but there you go. 60 Watt says Microsoft has stepped into a war. I will not stand for big booba bigotry. It's rough, man. It's rough. We're gonna get to that in a little bit too. Andrew came in and says, I was told by DSP that this is a political show. Can you please go back to talking politics? Thanks. Oh, thanks.
No, we want to talk about ketchup instead.
That's right.
We want to talk about migrants being given prepaid credit cards in New York City. I mean, we could do that.
I think doesn't first off, who's DSP?
Dark side Phil. Dark sea they feel.
Yes. He's got some vests to worry about. It's ridiculous. Brave SJ came in and says, oh my goodness, it's my favorite strawberry cat VTuber, Kirsten Verstable.
Vestibule?
It's me, Kirsche.
Peach T came in and says, hail side scrollers, I'm just here to brag about my new PR on my deadlift. 5 reps at 260. Nice. Not bad for a 5'2" woman.
Whoa.
Nice. Happy hump day.
I love the
Yo.
excitement of the Supa contrasted to how bored her avatar looks in the profile picture.
Yeah, just sipping on something while the world explodes.
Yeah.
Hey, Peach T, congratulations. Way to go
nice
get it.
job.
And Blab's a tower chart.
Blob's a tower chart for $5. The fact that Craig watched the Roadhouse remake before Lord of the Rings makes me question his sexuality. I know he has a wife and kids, but so does Will Smith. It is a good point, Craig. It is a good point. I'm just saying.
What do I need to do? What do I need
Watch
to do?
the
Neil?
movie. Duh.
Okay, listen. I will next week. I will watch the first Lord of the Rings film, and I'm going to do it live. We'll do it after side scroll. Kirsche, have you seen the Lord of the Rings?
I have not. I've tried to watch it a couple of times, but I keep falling asleep.
Yes!
You're not the only one!
I get so much shit for that. So
Yeah.
much shit.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
here's the thing. She's a fox lady. Maybe she can't turn the TV on because she's got paws or something. What's your excuse?
I got opposable thumbs.
I'm trying, chat. It's not working. This is absurd. This is outrageous. It's unfair. Next thing you'll know, they'll tell me they like sand.
Well, people are upset when they hear that I haven't seen Lord of the Rings. I can then lean in and hit them with the, I've also never seen Star Wars.
I just,
Let's go! I found her. I found my fox woman. Let's go. This is great. We can hang out all the time.
Hell yeah!
For our indifference on pop culture relevant movies. This is great. Oh my god, that'd be Blabs. You can just go. You just go.
I'm just so sad right now. I don't even know how to comprehend. There's like 2 people on here that are so uncultured right now. Have you seen Back to the Future?
Yeah.
Oh, at least
Of
something.
course. Why would? Of course. Ridiculous. Don't be
Oh,
dumb.
you know, just
It's
help me, Chad.
crazy. Well, next week, Potato Radio says Sad Kirsche has artist flake on her, but then these same artists wonder why AI that gets work done in minutes is taking over. Thank you, Potato Radio. Kiori says Foxu has breached containment. Flee for your lives.
It's too late. I'm in your house. I'm gonna do fox things.
Oh no. Andrew came back and says, Blabs, can you book Asian drunk 3PO? Also, Craig is a flamboyant homo.
I found Asian drunk 3PO today. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna share my screen real fast. Look!
What the heck? He looks really happy though. Look at him.
I was reading that Disney sentiment article that I sent you, and at the very bottom there was this ad. I'm like, oh my god, it's Asian J. Anyway, that's it.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Eric says, I clicked for Craig VTuber model. So disappointed. All right, listen. I will
He
figure out a way to-
clickbaited.
I know, total clickbait. I asked Blabs, I said, should we do VTube Craig today? She said,
Put this
sure, why
on
not?
me. I I agreed because I think it looks lovely. That's all.
Hey, so is SBZ. Clickbait right there. Well, listen, next time you'll get VTuber Craig. Ian came in with 10 gifted memberships. This is spectacular.
Ooh woo.
Ooh woo.
Kirsche, can you ooh woo?
Ooh woo.
Oh my god, that was so good.
Wow.
Thank you, Ian.
Ian, that's awesome. You go on the wall. You get to pick the color today. Where are we going?
Let's go with red this time.
Okay, red it is. Red
Is
it
that
is.
because you're actually a Sith Lord for not seeing Star Wars?
I was just thinking, like, I picked purple last time, so let's go with a deeper color, you know?
Right.
Deeper and brighter.
Absolutely. Hey, Ian, do me a favor with your 10 gifted memberships. First off, if you got gifted membership, make sure you say thank you. Consider paying it forward. And Ian, do me a favor. Look at that. Look at it. Look at it right there. It's ridiculous. You're going next to Alan T.
Did you see it?
Did you see it?
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. And Carlos came in and says, Fillion and Kirsche shaking ketchup was great. Live, laugh, learn says used to listen to gaming podcasts religiously. Then they all went woke. It's nice to have some normalcy back. Hey, thanks. Appreciate that. It's like you're not insane.
Right.
Crazy. Carpet University says all hail the ketchup. And Emperor Creatine says, Kirsche, when you said Bridge was evil, I didn't think you meant it literally. I got $5 on it being renamed the George Floyd Memorial due to the Francis Scott Key writing the national anthem. Ah, yes, the bridge that went down in Baltimore yesterday. Yeah.
True. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to rename it something crazy for current year Clown World.
Jam Call X came in with says, scoop up and profoundly flaunt the domain Mighty Whitey Games. Back with T and watch the wokeologists go nuclear meltdown in response. Mighty Whitey Games. Hold on, let me see if I can go find that real quick. Blabs, please read out the next couple super chats real fast.
SBZ says, congratulations, Craig. You just found your Oshi.
Oh, what is an Oshi?
An Oshi is a VTuber that you try to support and you push. It's like I can't remember the direct translation, but it's basically you want to support them. You want to do what you can to help them live through their VTubing. It's like an idol culture kind of term.
Okay, nice.
Muthin for 2. Godfather movies are boring. Always makes me sleep. I don't even know if I've seen The Godfather. Maybe when I was a kid. I just don't remember. So.
Okay.
Apparently, it literally translates to push. I'm glad I explained it adequately, even though my brain was soup.
I have good news. Labs and
the domain's available.
MightyWhiteyGames.com is available. Should I buy it?
I feel like that's such a waste of $10, but you boo.
All right. Well, hold off. I'll put it in my cart, just like White Girl.
I can't believe you could put like domains in your cart. Like, oh, this is a great name. And then we just put it in the shopping cart.
Yeah, put it in the shopping cart. Let's get it.
All right. Sounds good. Hopefully, no one in the audience buys it before me. We'll see. We'll see. Potato Radio, Blaz, go ahead and read that off. I got a transaction to make right now.
Okay. Not saying, just saying. Yesterday, the Glowies heard Kier was going to talk about Bridge 2.0.
My stream had some scuff issues in the beginning, so it kept going down.
The Martian. Can Kirsche please tell everyone about spicy enema?
That's not a topic for today.
What is that?
We were talking about how people apparently enjoy putting whole peppers inside of their anus. I had heard of capsaicin enemas before, but like just
I heard
entire...
that people are insane.
Yeah.
Then they have to go to the ER and stuff because it burns. It's like,
I was like, I heard of that, but why are you putting whole peppers in there? The seeds, they're gonna get stuck. What are you doing?
Maybe you can grow something down there. Like a little vegetable.
Please do not grow a garden inside your anus.
Anyway.
Oh
Hi,
my
Craig.
goodness. Hey, how's it going?
Can I do my little gaming history right now?
Yes. Let's do today in gaming history.
All right.
While I buy some domains.
Okay, guys, so today is March 27th. So, did you guys know that 32 years ago, the second ever Hello Kitty video game came out? And it was called Hello Kitty World. And it was first to Japan, but then it went like all over the world, I'm assuming. But yes, this is the Japanese version. Then there was Arcana, which again was original to Japan first, if I'm 1992. And then if you want to feel super duper duper old, 13 years ago, back in 2011, Nintendo 3DS came out. So, if you guys have a Nintendo 3DS, I don't. I have a Nintendo Lite, DS Lite. You are now super old. The end.
13 is super old.
Well,
There's
yeah.
no way it's 13 years old.
Dude,
Oh my
Nintendo DS
God.
already 13 years. That's over a decade if you can math, Greg.
Yeah,
Mm.
we're good. We're
I
good.
can't math, but I'm upset.
Well, I had 13 years, man. 13
I
years.
have a Nintendo DS blue one, like the light or whatever. It's in my closet. It still works.
Well, ladies, I'd like to let you know that I'm the proud owner of both White Girl Gamers and MightyWhiteyGames.com.
Good lord. So the journalist is gonna listen to this and be like, I'm gonna write an article about how white supremacist Stuttering Craig is buying
Right.
all of the white domains.
No. They're wrong. They're wrong. Because I also own MuslimGirlGamers.com.
Well, yeah, but you're doing that because of oppressive colonialization, obviously.
That's right. Well, I also own KotakuSucks.com. Are they going to include that one as well?
That's a harassment campaign against poor journalists who've done nothing wrong.
But I also own DDayCobra.com. I bought that one last night.
Just bought that from underneath Jeremy's nose.
Yeah, I did. We were talking about it on the show. I just went out and bought it, which is great. It's actually, you know what's funny about that? I have it redirecting. I think it's going through it's twisting and tweaking all the internet wires right now. But I have DDayCobra.com set up to redirect to Dan Vask's first YouTube video.
I was so confused when you sent me the link. All of a sudden, it went to Dan Vass, and I was like, I don't get it.
Yeah, it's awesome. You actually looked and you went there?
Yeah, I clicked on it, and all of a sudden, it went to Dan Vass. I was like, did this guy send me the wrong link? I'm not gonna bother bringing it up because I was like, we got work to do. Yeah.
No, that was the whole idea. Is that it goes to Dan's channel.
Oh.
It was funny as shit. Big Top came in with the 5, says, hey, yo, Craig, have you seen The Wizard? California. Yes, of course. I love The Wizard. Kirsche, have you seen The Wizard, the movie?
I've seen
80s?
The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, The Wizard is it was like one of the first video game movies back in the late 80s. It starred Fred Savage from The Wonder Years.
No, I have never even heard of that.
Oh, yeah. He has like this autistic brother in it. And they just call him like Special a bunch. And it's supposed to be okay. And his brother is like he's the wizard of video games. He's like the best video game. There's tons of memes that came from it. There's this guy named Lucas who has a power glove, and it's like the first time you've seen the power glove. And
my God.
he plays Rad Racer with it, and he gets done. He's like, the power glove, it's so bad, like awesome, you know. And anyways, it's pretty fun. If you're an old head like me, it meant a lot to you back in the day. So that'd be a good
It
movie.
sounds like
to
it
watch.
could be enjoyable.
It is if you were like 9 when it came out.
I think like the weirdest old movie that I've watched is probably Elves, and I think that was like 1989, maybe.
Elves. Not familiar with that.
It's about how the Nazis are trying to create the master race by breeding elves that were created in biolaboratories with the last virgin Aryan woman on the planet, and a mall Santa has to save her from being defiled by the bioweapon elves.
Why don't we get movies like that anymore? I mean, like, if we got in an elevator and you gave me an elevator pitch just like that, I'd be like, yep, here's a checkbook. Here's a blank check. Just go.
I was
Figure
like,
it out.
just I don't know what your brain's doing, but keep doing that. Here's a check.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Tomac came in with the $20 super chat. Says, Kirsche is the tail expert. What is your tail tier list, such as belt, clip, and plug?
Don't be a degenerate in public. That's what I have to say.
Love it. Oh, what do we got? What do we have, Blabs? We have some breaking news.
Oh yeah, but it's not like insane. It's more like $400,000 worth of Playdate gaming handhelds have gone missing in Las Vegas shipping center.
Playdate?
Yeah.
What is
Okay.
that?
I don't even know what that is.
Ta-da! Playdate!
Okay.
Okay.
I've gotten missing $4,000 worth of them. How does that go missing from a shipping factory now in Las Vegas? Man.
Sci-Fi is Life came in with a $10 super chat. It's got something you guys should look into. It's a game called Starship Simulator. It might be the closest thing to a true Star Trek level experience we didn't get for some reason. They also have a Kickstarter. Huh. Okay. Thank you. It's Starship Simulator. Thanks, Sci-Fi is Life. Sci-Fi is Life. Ian So Forth came back with the 25 European monies. Says, between pig lard on the scalp and peppers in the rear, this stream has been a culinary eye-opener. Let's go, Ian. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Ian. And Jeremy just became a brand new member. That puts us at 13 for the day. I do see a lot of super chats, guys. Thank you very much for those. I will definitely get to all those before the show is over. But I promise we're going to get to news today because we can't just read super chats all day. We got important things to talk about, super important things to talk about. But thank you guys very much for your support. I will read every single one of them before the end of the day, as well as all the Rumble rants as well, where I see those. But Vault does actually wants to know over on Rumble, says, Kirsche, what VTube app or program do you use? I'm looking to download a VTube program.
If you're going to go with 3D, I recommend VC Face. And if you do 2D, VTube Studio is the typical one that most people use and has a lot of features that can go along with it.
Excellent. I will take notes for next time when you're on and I create my crazy VTuber. It'll be good. And Hayden came in and gifted 5 memberships to the channel. Hayden, thank you very much. That's spectacular. If you guys got gifted a membership, make sure you say a thank you or consider paying it forward. We'd greatly appreciate that. Thank you very much, Hayden. That's awesome. Putting us at 18 for the day of our goal of 25. Man, we got so much to talk about today. It's ridiculous. And one last thing. And I do need to remind everybody that we do have our brand new Side Scrollers All-Stars t-shirt available right now through the end of April. Now, these were supposed to go on sale in April. We sold out all of our merchandise in March. So we put this one up, and now it's available. And we have 55 of them left. We started with 100, down to 55. Could we potentially sell out by before April? Maybe. We'll see. But go pick one up right now. Link is in the description. The Side Scrollers All-Star t-shirts available down below. Thank you guys very much for your support. All right, Kirsche. I need to get you a shirt to wear for your streams. That'd be awesome.
Need to get a modeled shirt.
Yeah, that'd be great. Do you do that? That'd be awesome.
I could, in theory, if I had a regular artist. So I need to find one of those first.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I think that'd be super fun.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. With that said, let's actually get into this. We got a lot to talk about today. So it's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for Hard News. Hard News. All right. In addition to the handheld stuff being stolen that Blabs delivered our way, thank you for that, Blabs. Appreciate that.
They're like emulators or something. I don't really.
That's like the
understand
first real news article Kotaku's written in probably years.
Yeah. So it's it's a handheld, but I've never heard of it in my entire existence.
Well, in addition to that, we have news that Marvel is coming out with a brand new kind of like Overwatch clone kind of coming out. So we're going to check this thing out and see. This was just announced a short time ago. It is called Marvel Rivals, and this is a thing. So let's check out and see if anybody has any interest in this. If you're into Overwatch, you're also into Marvels. Let's check it out.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one. Pick your hero. Get ready. Go!
By the Vishanti, Strange is here.
Okay, we get it.
I'm getting mobile game vibes from the artwork and the animation and the UI.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I think we get what's going on here, right? I like the destructible environments. That's pretty cool, but it definitely has an Overwatch vibe to it. My first thought on this is like, Isn't this way too late to cash in on the Overwatch thing? Right?
Yeah.
Overwatch is like 10 years ago.
I mean, considering what they're doing with Overwatch 2 and the like DEI style nonsense they do with characters, it could be a time for somebody to come into the market with a Overwatch style game that doesn't have that.
True.
However, Marvel also employs ESG tactics, so I don't think this will be really anything to combat Overwatch.
Well, it's coming out soon, I guess. Well, let me see if I can find a release date here at the end of it.
There's an alpha thing. Where did I write that? There was a closed alpha begins in May on Steam, which, like Kirsche was saying, this looks like a mobile game, and yet it's for Steam.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm not really all that fazed by what I just saw. It looks very clunky, very messy, and not very clean. So hey, if you like it, good for you. Just doesn't seem like something I would try.
We are a video game and entertainment podcast. So we're going to talk about all the games, all of them, including.
I mean, this is a very easy one to just put your wallet away. You know, don't need to give them money.
Right. Well, it'll be free to play as well.
I really liked how Craig called them Marvels before. There's no S in Marvel.
I mean, free to play games are usually just like laden with microtransactions, though. So I can only imagine what they're gonna have you pay for.
You want this Hulk skin? $10, thank you.
Right. It'll be all the skins. All of the skins. You'll have a battle pass. You'll do the whole thing. 100%. This has been talked about for a while, but Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door remake, the I guess HD remake or whatever it is launching on the 5/23, so that's May 23rd. So that's 2 months from now. Kirsche, you said you before the show you have not played this before.
Correct.
But oh damn it, with X and its stupid inability to play videos.
Buffering.
Stupid buffering.
I think I played a Paper Mario game before. There was like this whole thing that was released on the Wii, like it was an anniversary special, and you could get like the soundtrack to Mario and multiple different games, and I'm pretty sure I played one.
Well, it
Right.
does have cute art. You're right.
Yeah, it is very like the Paper Mario series is spectacularly
Yeah, I
cute.
played it. Are you going to play it, Craig?
I played one Paper Mario game. I never played The Thousand-Year Door, but this is the one from the GameCube that a lot of people were really clamoring for. Everyone says this who's played the Paper Mario series says they really enjoy this one. I played the one on the Wii. I don't remember which one that was called, but I really enjoyed the Paper Mario. From what I remember, I think, and I could be wrong, but I think Thousand-Year Door is more like turn-based, whereas the one that I played got into a little more action RPG-ish, and I think that's why I enjoyed it. So, but the art style with the Paper Mario games is spectacular. They are timeless in the way they look. So you can play a game that was in standard definition and it still looks good today. But Nintendo does the remakes exceptionally well. So that'll be coming out in 2 months. So I'm sure a lot of people will be very, very excited about that. I'm also excited about Project Eggroll gifting 5 memberships to the channel. That is awesome. And thank you guys very much for that. Genuinely appreciate that. We'll stop down and say thank you for that. If you guys get a gifted membership, make sure you say thank you. By the way, we're closing in on a viewership goal. We broke viewership goals yesterday on the channel. We're about 100 folks away from breaking a new viewership goal today.
Oh my god.
Let's get on that. I mean, that's just over on YouTube, and between YouTube and on Rumble, I mean, we got over 3,000 folks tuning in, which is great. So thank you guys very much and making us a part of your day-to-day basis. Genuinely appreciate that. Also, a brand new member comes from Osmani. I just butchered your name, but thank you very much for that. And 21 Palaki. I just totally butchered that again. Thank you guys very much for becoming members.
Are you trying to make everything sound Greek or something? Palaki tzatziki dip.
Yes, tzatziki dip.
I really could go for some right now.
Go
Is it
get
weird?
Vlad.
No, I mean, I don't know, just so refreshing. Like cucumbers and stuff. I don't know. It's good stuff.
Foxwoman, I have a question for you.
What's your question?
You stream on Twitch.
I do.
You have hype trains.
I do.
Do you ever max out said hype train?
I have never maxed out a hype train. I've been getting a lot of their FOMO hype trains. They're called golden hype trains, where they're like, oh, if you participate in this hype train, you'll get a special golden kappa emote for 24 hours.
Oh,
I like to call them scam trains.
Wow. Okay. So they that's interesting. The fact that I haven't been on Twitch in a while since they started doing that. They're like, well, if you get one right now, if you know, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Well, they have added several levels to their hype train now. They have, let's go over to this story from eSports. They have apparently upped their level to 100, which is, yes. Twitch has announced a hype train feature is reaching new heights with the addition of several exclusive high-tier global emote rewards for anyone who participates in it while it reaches different level milestones. As you can now reach, how can you reach these hype train levels? Well, here we are, baby. This is where it gets into it. Now, apparently the highest, yes, there's level 10, level 25, level 50, and level 100. Now, apparently, the level 100 hype train would cost over $100,000.
What the hell?
It would be a 6-figure hype train, which is just crazy to think about.
That is crazy. I think the highest I've ever gotten to is maybe like 30 or 32.
Damn, I've gotten like to 7.
I can't imagine anyone but like the giga massive channels getting to 100.
Has anybody ever gotten to that yet? I want to Google this.
Well, here we are right here. It says the United States. Okay, so Bussy noted that it would take $400 to reach level 10 to get the Bleed Purple HD, $5,000 to get to level 25, $40,000 for level 50. And it says all of those have seemingly been hit before by active streamers on Twitch, while level 100 is still an unknown factor. Using the data from each previous level, however, Bussy thinks that the level 100 of a hype train would cost around $500,000.
Jesus.
We need some simps so we can go ahead and get to that.
That is, well, I mean, number one, we're not streaming over on Twitch.
I know, but if we were,
$500,000.
Subathons are a very popular thing to do on Twitch, where subathons encourage people to, gift sub, have like giant gift bombs of hundreds of gift subs.
Mm-hmm.
And in my mind, I was like, if I'm going to be live 24/7, why would I want to split revenue with Twitch alongside that? So instead of doing a subathon, I did a donathon where people would make the meter go up based on the tips that went directly to my stream elements.
Yes.
So I only had to pay like PayPal fees on those instead of having to split with Twitch or YouTube.
Right. Speaking of that, that's something that people don't really understand. So especially on YouTube, like we love wherever you guys want to support, whatever's convenient for you guys, we appreciate and value that. Right. I think any streamer,
Absolutely.
Whatever's convenient for you is the best. But it is important for us to relay that YouTube takes 30% of whatever you put out, right? And on Twitch, it's even higher with the subs, right? It's a 50-50 rev split.
It depends. It's 50-50 for most people, but there is like the Partner Plus program that they rolled out. And thankfully, they removed the $100,000 cap on that because that was really, really stupid. But I'm in the 70% bracket, and I don't foresee myself dropping out of that at any point soon. Good.
Excellent. But still, at the end of the day, they are taking 30%, right? Whereas with Stream, where when somebody donates via the link that we have at the top of our chat, we receive like 97% of that after credit card fees and stuff. So your money literally goes further. Like imagine if you were at your job and they took like 70 cents out of the dollar or 30 cents out of every dollar that you made. But like I said, whatever is best for everybody. We're just thankful. Every viewer is a miracle. We appreciate it and all that. So thank you guys very much. Speaking of, brand new viewership goal today. We are back-to-back days. We're growing, baby. Thank you guys very much. If it's your first time tuning in, do us a favor, hit the subscribe button and join us as we continue to grow with all this insanity.
Congrats on goal.
Hey, thanks. Appreciate that. We didn't have it before the show started, but thank you for contributing. Really appreciate it. Muzzy Skeleton gifted 5 memberships. That's spectacular. If you guys got gifted a membership, make sure you say a thank you. Consider paying it forward. And Flame Mage also became a brand new member. Thank you very much, Flame Mage. And Muzzy Skeleton, once again, who gifted those 5, also came in with the gifted memberships. Not to be outdone, Big Top came in with 10 gifted memberships. That is awesome. Big Top, thank you very much. Hey, yo. Genuinely appreciate that, man. That's awesome. I'm going to get you on the wall, Big Top, with your 10 gifted memberships. Once again, if you guys get a gifted membership, make sure you say thank you. Consider paying it forward. Big Top, I'm sorry that scribbled so poorly. Look at it. Look at it right there.
Kirsche,
awesome.
can you say Big Top while saying hey yo?
Hey yo, Big Top.
There you go.
Hey yo.
Can you? What's your deepest voice you can do in your voice?
Hey yo, Big Top.
Hey, yo. It's a reference to the late Scott Hall from the wrestling days. It's good. That's awesome. NWO for life. Dan, also, thanks so much for coming a member. That's awesome. Dan Nastic. Woo, let's go. The member train is real today. One more quick hit here today. As the world of esports is moving to Saudi Arabia, as Blabs wanted to talk about this. This is kind of interesting here. Esports World Cup secures a 3-year partnership with Quidia. I'm not sure what.
Kidia. Is it? I don't know.
Kidia? I don't know.
Sorry. To the
But,
world of the Middle East.
So this is apparently a mega project that's announced a 3-year partnership with multiple title esports competition, esports World Cup. Blabs, you really wanted to talk about this. Why were you so interested to talk
Well, I
about
just
this?
think it's so interesting how all of a sudden, like, the Middle East is just, I mean, besides the fact that they're just buying everything left and right. Now they're really getting into gaming too, and now they're even getting into like esports specifically. And it's kind of funny because some of these games that these esports competitions are going to be, it's like Call of Duty and things like that, where violence. And then, there's women revealing, boobs or something like that. So I just kind of think it's a bit ironic how it's the Middle East who's like all of a sudden buying out all these esports competitions. Like, wow. It's
It was
to
crazy
follow.
last year when they were talking about the Crown Prince, like, just pouring money into video game development. And I think the Saudi Arabia Investment Fund also owns like a huge stake in Nintendo now as well. Like they are just going crazy over there.
Wow. There's something I really, really, really like. As far as places in the world that I'd like to travel, Qatar and Saudi Arabia is probably one. I would love to go see that place. I am so intrigued by the amount of wealth that is there and the buildings and just how you can create a city out of nothing.
Out of slavery.
Look, hey, look around, man. Look around.
Yeah,
the world.
I know.
Like,
I'm just saying that. Yeah, those people.
I mean,
had no choice.
It's funny because you look around it's all done the same way. Every civilization has been done the exact same way, So I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but I do want to go see it. I do. I'm very.
I really love the airport. When I was there, I was in Doha, Qatar for the airport twice. It was the cleanest, biggest, nicest airport in the world. There was a freaking garden in the airport, massive garden in the airport. Like, bro, top tier airport.
I've always wanted to go to the Maldives because they have the Sea of Stars there with the like special plankton that's in the ocean. And I remember a few years ago I read an article about a lady who got arrested for wearing a bikini, and I was like, that's weird. The Maldives is a tourist attraction. Why would she get arrested for wearing a bikini? So I looked into it, and it turns out the Maldives, I didn't know this, but they are a Muslim nation, and their highest export is in ISIS fighters. And I was like, oh.
What?
ISIS fighters. The highest percentage of people who end up joining ISIS come from the Maldives.
Oh, I thought you said ISIS spiders. I was like,
no,
what?
fighters. I hope
The
ISIS
spider
doesn't have
people.
giant mechanical spiders. That would be horrifying.
It'd be like an episode of Helldivers in real life.
Wow. Well, it is. They are building some pretty amazing things over there, and I think I'd just like to experience. The chat has said it's a very interesting tourist spot. So, and I think that's how I'd like to explore it for a week or so. That's always nice to kind of see what's going on there. So, and obviously, there's a lot of places in the world I'd love to go for sure, but I've never been to the Middle East. So, Kirsche, have you ever been to Japan or China?
I have not been to Japan or China. I would love to go see Japan. I had an English teacher who would talk about his trips over to the countryside in Japan, and it's always been interesting to me.
I've been to Japan twice, and it is. I mean, when I say it's a different world, it is a totally different world. It feels so different than the United States. It feels so different just culturally. Everyone there is like super polite, and if they're not, you don't know what they're saying, so it doesn't really matter. And I went to Taiwan several years ago as well when I was working with Rooster Teeth, and that was a phenomenal experience. Just eating all the street food and all the stuff associated there, and doing all they had this crazy celebration where they were setting off fireworks in the middle of this like 2-lane road, and they're firing off, and people are getting hit by ash and sparks and stuff. It was crazy. It was really
wow.
It was super fun.
I would definitely like to travel more. I haven't traveled in a long time. I've been anchored by streaming here, so.
You could technically. I mean, isn't that? I don't know how it works. So I could.
I could technically do it while I'm traveling, but it's like I haven't had the means to travel either. So it's like I'd rather save money than just be like frivolously taking trips.
Right, I hear that.
Like I want to travel, but the money.
Right. Kratos El Gratos just came in with a $30 direct donation. Says, here's some money to buy some more domains. You're doing the Lord's work. You're buying to keep these domains out of the. If anyone asks, you're buying these domains to keep them out of the hands of the racists. True, it's actually very true. Can we get Kirsche to say, "Go back to your tower, blabs"?
Oh,
Can you
go
say
back to your tower, blabs?
Oh, sorry, I talked over you. One more time.
Go back to your tower, blabs.
That was seductive.
Clip it. Thank you, blabs. That you'll be joining Dean Cain with his rendition of sending
I feel like
blabs.
we should just get everyone to do it and just make a whole.
Yeah, I think that's it's an important thing.
Tower
here's
compilation.
Dean Cain, by the way. Superman.
Blabs, go back to your tower.
You know, he liked my tweet about almond titties yesterday. I felt very happy about myself.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Didn't know that. That's a good thing.
Yeah, well, I was like, why is everyone calling almond milk? It's like almond juice, really? No one gets up at 4 in the morning to go pull almond titties. And he liked my tweet.
But what if they did? What if someone managed to crossbreed
yeah, like meet the
giant
style.
almonds?
I have nipples, Craig. Can you milk me? It's like little cat nipples.
Nothing would make me happier
What the heck?
than to see Blabs wake up every morning and go to the almond farm and just slowly squeeze out little bits of
It's
almond.
like that meme.
That's awesome. Hayden came in and says, someone cue up the Slave song. Kirsche, have Jamie grab the link for Craig and Blabs. If they haven't seen it, they'll love it.
What?
Do you know the show Wonder Chosen?
Yes, I think I do.
My $100 plus alert on Twitch when I get donos is the Wonder Chosen Slave song. I guess I could search for that really quick.
That's okay. I mean, Blabs, go ahead and see if you can find it. And it'll mess up your search history, which is good. Stoic Guys also came in and says the Saudi economy is 80% invested in oil, with a lot of that in government. Too much, in fact. They're trying to diversify their economy and reduce the stagnant employees in their posh desk jobs. Stoic Guys, appreciate that.
Yeah, don't they have like a huge thing in Kick streaming platform with the gambling? Don't they own like a huge chunk of that too? I think.
I don't know.
I don't know anything about Kick, really.
Yeah. Jacob came in and says, Saudi is so funny. I think the prince owns majority stock in SNK, who made King of Fighters, a.k.a. the series that when getting complaints about a character chest size made them bigger.
That's the correct response when people complain.
Oh, we're going to get into the chest size argument here in just a minute. But do we have this video, Blabs?
Yeah, I'm kind of worried what the hell this is, but good luck, everybody. Hang on, let me try it this way. There we go.
Are we going to get flagged for this?
Yeah, we're
If
gonna
I
get
haven't
flagged.
gotten banned on Twitch, you're probably fine.
Okay.
Slaves built the pyramids. Slaves built the Parthenon. Slaves built America. Slaves, this is your song. Thank you. Slaves. Thank you. Slaves. Thank you. Slaves.
Okay.
Slaves, this is your song. Thank you.
Thank you, slaves.
Yeah, I like that. That's nice. Here we go.
Wow, that's awesome. That's funny.
Slaves.
So
The kids
upbeat and
the kids
happy.
dancing to it are the best part of that. They are. They're so happy about it. All right, let's move on to a story about boobs, because this is the important things that we need to talk about on this show. This is when you come to Side Strollers, we're going to talk about DEI and tits. Where Microsoft has, and thanks to Bounding into Comics for this story, Microsoft has published a new inclusion guide for video game developers, recommending against creating female characters with, quote, exaggerated body proportions. So here we are. We're back at it again, as there's a product inclusion guide for video game developers that notably suggests that creators completely abstain from depicting any sexualized or, quote, unrealistic female characters within their works. This is where we're at now. This is where we're at.
Microsoft is the cancer trying to take my titties?
Clip it. Throw it on the internet right now.
You shall not have our tits. You shall not pass. You two wouldn't understand that reference, of course, but carry on.
Here is the wonderful things that came out of GDC. Once again, we're going to GDC next year. We are 100% going to GDC next year. Yeah, we're going to invade that shit so hard. Made public on March 20th as part of the company's appearance at the 2024 Game Developers Conference. Microsoft's new Gaming for Every Product Inclusion Framework calls on developers to actively consider 4 specific areas when creating a new title, those being approachability, which ensures all players, existing and new, experience and novel, feel safe and welcome.
What the
fuck does that even mean?
That's so stupid. I don't need to feel safe and welcome when I play a video game. I want to have fun.
Representation is about reflecting the diversity of the player and creator community so everyone can feel that they belong. We're back at it again. Kirsche, you've been nailing this with Bridge over here, huh?
I hate the response where it's just like, oh, the gamers are finally going mask off, saying they don't want diversity in their games. And it's like, well, when you've been using the word diversity for years to mean literally less white people and not actual diversity, what do you expect when people are finally against it? Like, your subversive language can only get you so far if enough people notice what you're talking about.
I've said this a million times, and I can't state this enough. Nobody cares if there's a black guy in the character, if there's a wheelchair character, if there is a if you're deaf, if you're blind, if you're trans. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Just make it fun to play. Just make it fun to play.
There was I think it was a DualShockers article that I quoted earlier before I took a nap for the podcast, and they were just like, we need another playable character in the Final Fantasy series that's black, that's not just for comic relief. And I never played Final Fantasy 13, but they used the black guy in that as an example, and they used Barrett as an example. And I was like, well, first of all, Barrett isn't comic relief. Like, you literally have Kate Sith in the same game as Barrett. He's a fleshed out character who has a backstory, who has a lot of dialogue. Like, what are you talking about? And in addition to that, did everybody just forget about Fran? Did everybody forget that Fran exists in Final Fantasy? She was like one of the most badass female characters in one of the later Final Fantasy games. Please, come on.
I am positive that, look, nobody can play every game. That's impossible. Right?
Yeah, but if you're going to write an article on something, you should at least know what you're talking about.
Right. 100%. 100%. Let's continue their stuff. Globalization is about making global players feel at home and ensuring that their experience has local relevance and respect. Oh, okay.
That one feels specifically targeted as, like, how Westerners are trying to colonize Japanese games and make them less Japanese.
Man, yeah, it's like hold a mirror up, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And accessibility is about making games and experience playable for people with disabilities and striving to make products accessible by design from the ground up. Do you remember a few years ago when Microsoft released their accessibility controller? It was like, it got all sorts of praise. Let's see if you can find that Microsoft accessibility controller.
Yeah, didn't they remove a lot of those because they only want specifically Microsoft controllers now?
You sound like you're underwater. I'm sorry. What happened?
Oh, really? Weird. Okay. Didn't Microsoft remove a whole bunch of these non-Microsoft accessibility controllers too?
I don't recall. I don't recall. Yes, you are correct. No, you are correct. That was from a couple months ago, where Microsoft was clamping down on the third-party controllers, and many of those third-party controllers had to do with accessibility. You are correct. Yes, but
We support accessibility as long as you're only paying us for it.
right, 100%. It's amazing to see kind of where they're going with all this. As you look at this, and when you hear about the globalization effort across thing of tearing down borders, and we're all going to be under one government and blah blah blah, like they're literally saying it in these games. Like, they want globalization is about making global players feel at home. Like, it's so insane. A game like Street Fighter 2 could not be made today. Street Fighter 2 was filled with stereotypes. That's all that game is stereotypes. And that game could not be made today. And I think the only reason why some of those characters are allowed to exist today is that maybe they're just grandfathered in. It's just insane to me.
But there's that article as well saying that Resident Evil 5 can't be remade because of the character types that are in there, and they're just like, oh, we need to change it for a modern audience.
Yeah, those people are fucking idiots. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. So we continue here as they're. It says, in service of, I'm going to continue this. In service of promoting these values, Microsoft also released a product inclusion guide for developers to follow in order to keep their titles sufficiently progressive and unoffensive. I would argue these two words don't go together.
Yeah, that's like an oxymoron.
Right. It's impossible to put those words together, because I think
having the product inclusion action, again, it harkens to what Bridge has been saying needs to be done with DEI, where it needs to be embedded in the company and everything you do. Equity of the product, equity of availability, and equity of the pricing. We haven't quite gotten to equity of the pricing yet, but I mean, they're doing everything else.
Having your story told in a universal human need is a universal human need. Really? This is a universal, having your story. This is like such. Let's break down this sentence. What a bunch of corporate gobbledygook. Having your story told is a universal human need. Okay.
They're targeting those people who played Forspoken and saw that the main character in Forspoken also prioritized collecting shoes over spending money on other things that she she complained about having no money. And they're like, that's literally me. For real. For real,
it is. But for many in marginalized communities or in markets outside the U.S., it's rare to be represented in media, let alone games. And as a result, some people feel like a secondary consumer for our content. Right?
See, there it is again.
Yep.
Or in markets outside of the U.S. What is the market outside of the U.S. that has a large stake in gaming? The Japanese market, the Korean market. They want to transform these things to be more like the Western games market.
80% of media consumed by the world is created in the U.S., yet most media, including video games, don't contain characters and content that align with the broad consumer. So there we are, and we are. Jesus Louise, are you reinforcing negative gender stereotypes? Right. So, like, will we ever see a woman make a cake again? Right. Will we ever? Is a man being masculine? Is that a negative gender stereotype? So
what % of screen time, on-screen presence, speaking lines, heroes is held by different gender, racial identities? That is crazy.
Who actually does the time and you're like, aha, that was 5 seconds, hit the timer and try again? Like, oh my God.
Yeah, that was like in my tweet again earlier when I mentioned Fran. I also brought up Balthier, and Balthier could be Mediterranean, he could be a Spaniard instead, but it's like, to me, Balthier was Balthier. He was just a tan guy, right? Like, I didn't try to ascribe a specific ethnicity to him. I wasn't looking at him as representation. I was like, I like the character. He's well written.
All right, so Microsoft has presented developers with a set of 10 questions to consider when it came to their projects in order to ensure they were properly inclusive. You will be inclusive. You will be inclusive.
No, I won't. I won't do it.
All right, here are let's go and read through these because you're right. All right. Are you telling new stories or sharing new perspectives within the product experience? I'm going to break that down for you. No one is sharing a new story. All stories have been told forever, and we're just retelling all new stories.
Like almost everything is a remake, and like when they try to be like, oh, when we go and make our own games, you still get angry. And it's like, well, you're not making your own games. You're co-opting old IPs and ruining them.
Mm-hmm.
Do all your characters / player depictions look the same? So it's saying, are they all white?
Well,
That's
it's funny because now they're making all these characters look androgynous. So yes, they all look the same now because of you.
Yes.
Yeah, they're removing any kind of feminine characteristics from the female body types.
Right. And okay, realistic question. If there's a group of, let's just say, Latin characters, right? Are they just going to throw a random wheelchair character in the middle of that or a random white guy in the middle of that just because, right? Once again, what does this add to the story? Nothing. What steps have you taken to ensure characters are represented respectfully and authentically? Authentically according to Microsoft? According to who?
Yeah, are they historians? Do they have historians on their team saying, yes, this is actually historically accurate? Or are they just pulling shit out of their ass?
Of course they're pulling shit out of their ass. Have you validated assumption? God, just validate. It's all. We live in a society that is so stuck up its own ass with peppers. It's crazy. How have you validated assumptions you have made about your audience to check for blind spots or unintended stereotypes? Man, the slippery slope. It's just.
And these are things like developers shouldn't have to worry about. They shouldn't be worried about offending some like random freak on Twitter. They should be worried about making a good game that is fun that people will want to buy.
No, they need to worry about unintended stereotypes. That's what they need to worry about.
I'm gonna bring up Crime Boss Rock City. I love this game. It's got a lot of Hollywood voice actors in it who seem to have phoned in their voice acting performance, but I really love the game. It's like Payday, but more fun, in my opinion. And basically all of the characters are ridiculous stereotypes. Like you've got like the Dominican voodoo man, you've got like the Argentinian crazy guy, you've got like the white cowboy. Like they all have like stereotypical personalities, and they all have unique voices from like actual non-Hollywood voice actors. And the non-Hollywood voice actors did a really good job of portraying the stereotypical character. There's even like a steroid lesbian in the game, and she sounds exactly how you would expect her to. Like, it's impressive, and it's fun.
Man, it's crazy. I'm just reading through this. It really just makes you rethink everything. It's insane. Would you feel proud to show a member of a community how their culture / character is depicted within your experience? It's like, Jesus, it's crazy. How are the wide range of consumers depicted within your products, content portfolio, and communications? What process have you used to validate how different groups of people or cultures are represented in your experience?
I think what's interesting here is that they're assuming that you have to have the customers represented in your product, which you don't.
Yes. What is the whole idea? Like, the whole idea of video games is escapism for a lot of people, not being themselves, being able to do things that they've never done before.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Like if I'm able to play a game where the main character is like a dude who turns into a demon and fights with his talking dog and German soldier lady friend, I can enjoy their story without having to self-insert.
We had that other question about what percentage of screen time is held by different gender / racial identities. Do you have a process to review key decisions in the lens of helping customers feel seen? I'm just gonna go on a limb here. Every single one of these was made by some lady, some like white lady in like Washington or Portland, who went down the list and was like, "These are all really important issues we need to discuss today."
What is worrying though is if you have a generation of kids growing up with this kind of forced representation in games and they get used to only identifying with people and characters that look exactly like them, they're going to think that this is normal and they're going to struggle to be able to look at things from a different perspective. And this is part of how they're going to be creating a new consumer base where the people are going to be growing up with DEI as just a part of their everyday life. It's going to be normal for them and they're not going to think about it as something weird or shoehorned in.
Right.
Well, that's depressing as fuck.
Well, I was fortunate, right? I was very fortunate in that I grew up with a big group of friends that were of all races, that were black, white. I'm sure I had some gay friends in there. I had some Muslim friends. I had Mexican friends. And we never thought about any of this bullshit. Never.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing that these people are missing out on. They're in these bubbles and they feel like it has to be forced, and it's just insane.
Yeah, that's like I was saying earlier. Like when I was playing my games, I didn't be like, "Oh, that's a white guy, that's a black guy, that's an Indian woman, that's a like Native American woman." I was just like, "Oh, that's a really cool character design. I like this character." Like I wasn't concerned about their skin tone. I was just like, "Is it an interesting character?"
Well, now we've broken down to the point to where your skin color is the only thing that matters.
Sometimes your gender.
The only thing that matters. What were you going to? I'm sorry.
I said sometimes your gender.
This reminds me of if I can bring it to sports for a second. There was a story over the weekend with March Madness that was happening. That there was a team that went to, it was the Utah team, Utah women's basketball team, and this kind of I'll circle back to this right in a second, but this all connects in a weird way. I want to go to the story here. Utah coach says team was shaken after experiencing racist hate during the NCAA tournament. Okay. Now on the surface, you're thinking like, this is shit, man. This is crazy. And says members of the Utah women's basketball team were subjected to racism near their hotel in Idaho last week when a pickup truck with a Confederate flag drove near them and the driver began using offensive language, including the N-word. The team was left shaken and wound up moving to a different hotel the next day. Okay.
This sounds like some Jesse Smollett story.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
was a bunch of white girls really upset about it?
Well, it was a basketball team, so I don't know, Blabs. I'm just saying.
That'd be really funny. I'm offended.
But here's the thing. We had several instances of some kind of racial hate crimes towards our program. So some dumbass yelling and screaming and saying the N-word is now a racial hate crime. That's where we're at, right? And I was reading a quote about this. Yeah, here we go. It's right here. It says, we were all in shock. We just looked at each other like, did we just hear that? Everyone was in shock. Our cheerleaders, our students that were there in the area that heard it just clearly were frozen, right? And like, why were they shocked? Because they've never been subjected to any of that craziness before. Like, here's the reality. There are racist people in the world. It sucks, but you got to deal with those idiots. Like, and the fact that everyone, like, they were in such a bubble, it's a product of the schooling and the environment that's around them. I get we all want to protect our kids, but bringing this back to the story, that's what we're doing. We're wrapping up our kids in a bubble and saying, well, everyone's got to be represented. Like, you have to learn to lose sometimes. You have to, you win some, you lose some. And we are creating fucking snowflakes. It's insane.
I mean, they've been harping on the words are violence thing for many, many years. And what's the first thing that happens, right? When like you see in the news, like a white person got attacked or, got maimed or whatnot. And the first response is like, oh, they said the N-word, so, that they deserved it. And almost everybody reading it goes, oh yeah, that makes sense. And it's like, why does that make sense? Why does it make sense that it was okay to escalate violence because they said a word you did not like? I don't understand.
Right. And that's now considered a violent hate crime.
Yeah.
What? Like, you'll never catch me saying that word, right? But at the end of the day, if some idiot wants to say that, let him say it, because they're fucking asshats.
It's
Right?
it's also kind of insane that saying that one word is considered a violent hate crime, but calling for the extermination of white people is perfectly fine.
Right. Or the extermination of just gamers as a whole, you know?
Well, it's also to even go further. I love how like so much selective journalism going on in this country, where an actual like a whole black team started harassing a Jewish like sports team somewhere in like New York City, whatever it was, and it never got any news or traction. It's like, look at that, selective journalism. This is an actual hate crime, telling them to go into an oven and all these horrific things to these Jewish kids. These are kids from other black kids. It's like, where are the parents? Where's everything? It's just
Well,
it's a
Oh my
world.
god.
people think about like what's happening in the game space. This is just one. This is happening everywhere. Every culture every little subsection of culture that you think, whether it's gaming, whether it's knitting, whether it's sports, pick any sort of hobby. All this shit is in it. And guess what? All the shit we're saying about video game journalists is the same thing that's happening in all those spaces too.
Mm-hmm.
These conversations are happening in every hobby in the world right now. So, we're all against all this bullshit, and it's crazy.
It's gotten
Let's,
out of control, and these people have been allowed to entrench their ideology, and now we're in the part where, strong men, universal, not just men, have to make the good times again. We gotta put in some effort to remove the cancer that has brought itself here.
Well, we can't even call them strong men. We have to actually say this word instead.
Gentle them.
You can't say men. It's gentle them, or else you're just
My absolute favorite thing about that is just the gentle them virtue signal.
She's like, please like me.
Please clap.
Please
Clap for me. Clap for me. That's spectacular. Okay, so we've actually seen there's actually probably the most notable female in a Microsoft game, Halo, is Cortana. Cortana is the virtual AI kind of assistant that Master Chief has. I don't really know the whole story behind Cortana. I played all the Halo games, but she's just the girl who shows up and tells you what to do. There is a direct representation of what we're talking about here from Vex over on X. She put this out. Here is Cortana over the years, over a 20-year span. And you can actually see from 2001 all the way up to, she starts to get a little more curves. She's like super sexy, curvy lady. And then in 2015, she starts regressing. And now she has no tits at all. In 2020, this is in the...
Get them removed.
Yes, they
She
just
look
totally
like a
removed them.
man.
How, as women, how do y'all feel about this? This idea that we're no longer allowed to show the feminine shape. Yes, even you, Fox Lady.
I feel like it's really upsetting how much female erasure there unironically is with these progressive people trying to remove the female form. And whether they're trying to remove it because they're like, oh, video game characters can't be sexy because it plays into the patriarchal male gaze, or whether they're doing it because it's like having these hyper feminine proportions don't reflect modern female quote unquote bodies because they have to be inclusive of trans women. It's just like, I don't like it, and I don't like having to watch women be turned into amorphous blobs with no identification.
Wow. It's just crazy. Crazy, man. And I feel like I honestly feel sorry for you. It's the feminization of men and the masculization of women, which is, it goes back to what we're seeing with Pokemon, man. We're going to make everybody the same, and everyone's going to be happy about it.
It's like, I don't want everyone to be the same. I want to see, like, the hyper feminized women, and I want to see the hyper masculized men. I don't want everyone to just be some form of androgynous twink.
All right, let's go to our next story here.
Chat is saying that Cortana in 2021 isn't Cortana because she was killed. That's Weapon, which is the other AI thing. However, I think the point still stands that, they completely removed women's boobs from that image, even if it's not actually Cortana, as you guys say. But for me, I just think it's really weird. Like, sure, you can be like classy and be like, yeah, I want to cover up. But it's still there, right? These people aren't actually like making skin tight clothing and completely removing any type of curve that you ever had. So it's the complete opposite of saying, oh, I want to cover up, I'm, conservative, I want to be classy. That's not what they're doing. They're completely erasing any type of femininity in the world. You see it in sports, you see it in safe spaces and all that stuff. It's everywhere. And they just want to make everyone like, I don't know, a man, which doesn't make any sense because if you remove women, how on earth do you populate? You need both. Men and women, which they don't seem to understand. So,
Yuna in Final Fantasy X is a good example of a female character completely covered, and she's still very obviously a woman.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're muted, Craig.
I was gonna scold Kirsche for assuming genders, but
I calls them as I sees them.
That's right.
It's not like she's looking, going, "What are you?" Okay.
All right.
An idiot sandwich. Anyway, go on.
Let's go to this story. We touched on this briefly last night on Tuesday night's main event as this was coming down, but we're going to touch on this even more tomorrow, and I'll tell you why in just a second. Obviously, we've talked about Sweet Baby Inc. quite a bit, but there are several other companies that are in the same industry as Sweet Baby, as far as the DEI consulting, all that aspect. We talked about that a lot. They're just kind of they were the head of the snake for a little bit. Well, last night, Black Girl Gamers threatened to sue that Park Place for writing an article about them. Let's go over to X for this from our friend Grums. It says SBI consulting company Black Girl Gamers, who they have now, I guess they are now not able to be clicked on X, threatens legal action over that Park Place gaming website over, quote, defamatory allegations. They go to say they will pursue legal action against anyone who links to that Park Place's article or spreads it in any manner. So let's go and talk about that story. That Park Place story, and so we can continue on the lawsuit here. Here's actually the tweets from Black Girl Gamers, and it's a little bit. So I'm just going to read through this real fast. As we're addressing the recent allegations published on thatparkplace.com about discriminatory hiring practices within Black Girl Gamers. These claims are false and were made without prior fact checking or verification from us or our representatives. Black Girl Gamer operates as a contracting organization that collaborates with both freelancers and content creators from all backgrounds to work on various projects and initiatives to amplify underrepresented voices in gaming and make the community more inclusive. Contrary to the allegations in the article, Black Girl Gamers has contracted freelancers of all races, genders, sexual orientations, religions, and ethnic backgrounds. We've also included representation of all genders and backgrounds in our content, at our events, and in our marketing, consultation, and research projects, some of which have not been publicly disclosed due to NDAs. By the way, I did not see, I went through their website, I did not see a single disabled person. I didn't see a single person in a wheelchair. So no, that is not accurate, by the way.
Maybe they're mentally disabled.
That's true. That's
true.
Not
all physical disabilities are visible. Let's be fair. Let's be fair.
Evidence demonstrating our commitment to diversity and inclusion, including our non-discriminatory hiring practices, is readily available and easily searchable. Upon discovering these false and defamatory allegations, we have taken steps to obtain legal counsel to take action against the publication and journalist, as well as subsequent content creators who have reshared the false allegations about our organization. We will continue to pursue further action against anyone who persists in spreading false and defamatory information about Black Girl Gamers, its founder, and its contractors and partners. We value talent and contributions in all our collaborators, and we are committed to continuing to do so. Thank you to our community for ongoing support, which, by the way, I'd like to point out, this entire thread does not allow comments.
I mean, of course not. If they allowed comments, people would be able to counter them more easily.
It'd be amazing how that'd work out. With that said, Grums continues. By the way, the greatest video game journalist we have going right now. Grums found that Why does this very fair, non-discriminatory hiring that the blackgirlgamers.com hide their job postings behind a password? Why do you have to be approved to be seen it? I've never seen a company recruit like this.
That is weird.
Very odd.
I'm on their website right now, and we can just dismantle everything.
Well, pull it up.
Let me just share this real fast. Do you identify as a woman or non-binary person? By selecting yes, you acknowledge that the BGG does not permit self-identifying men to join our private community groups.
That's called discrimination.
Yeah. Shout out to Roddy. I had him say something about that in the chat, and I went and investigated. Thanks, Roddy.
So wait. If they're saying by selecting yes, you acknowledge that they don't allow self-identifying men. So what they're saying is that they do in fact allow trans women, though, right?
Yeah. So you can totally identify for the day as being a woman. Ta-da!
Yeah. Simple, easy.
Yeah. There's a workaround, guys.
That is literally discrimination. That's like as much as the most basic form of discrimination.
God. It gets even better. Look at this. I understand that any displays of sexism, racism, colorism, homophobia, interphobia, transphobia, xenophobia, ageism, ableism, what the fuck is that? Oh, ableism, and or intersectional forms of discrimination will result in reconsideration of my place within the BGG community. They, by their own rules, should not exist.
Good lord.
100%.
But then you know, it's actually a good thing if you discriminate against men in current year.
That's right. We know it. So that Park Place, they have responded, which, by the way, this is phenomenal marketing for them over there at that Park Place. They said this: the X account for Black Girl Gamers has suggested that they may take legal action against that Park Place, an author, and anyone who links to reporting regarding an appearance of discrimination. At this time, that Park Place has received no direct communication, nor request for edit, redaction, deletion, nor any other modification to the article in question. As with all our good faith reporting, we are happy to consider rebuttal if the facts were made in error. If we made them in error. Currently, we do not know that statements BGG might believe to be false. Our article uses screen captures to substantiate its point of view. Furthermore, it's difficult to reconcile a company that allegedly proclaims it is minority operated, far beyond minority owned, with one which is fully available for participation of all groups. This would seem to add the appearance detailed in the article. We look forward to cordial responses in the future. Yes, so they are 100%.
This just sounds like a scare tactic. Like, they're trying to make that Park Place scared and intimidated. We're like, we're going to sue you. But for what? You can't actually. You have no grounds.
I mean, that's all these people do, right? Is they try to use fear tactics to shut people up. And I'm glad that so many of us are finally at the point where it's like, no, your threat of canceling, your threat of suing, your threats of doing anything to harm me aren't enough for me to back down anymore. I'm tired of it.
So we're going to continue this conversation tomorrow on the show, and we're not really going to dig into this a whole lot because tomorrow, just sheer by happenstance, we booked her 2 weeks ago, but Gothix will be on our show for the first time tomorrow, and Gothix had something to say about this on X, which I'm sure we're going to talk about this. It says, as a former Black Girl Gamer member, I can confidently say that these people are full of crap. They do not care about diversity. They promptly kick me out for being, quote, anti-black, aka not making an idol out of my skin color and refusing to hate white people.
I mean, this is exactly what it is. All of us knew that they're ideologues. It's not surprising. I'm glad that she's coming to speak out, though. It's very good to have somebody speak out about what it was like on the inside.
I'm fascinated by this. She says, I was harassed for months after the fact and received an onslaught of vitriol from many of their black members. You know how BGG responds? They blocked me and literally scrubbed my existence off their platform. But by the way, most of the vitriol I received from many of the members made it into the final cut of the Gothix documentary. So if they want to talk about receipts, boo-boo, I have them. And she says, let me be clear. I have no ill will towards these people, and I'm always praying that Jayanne and her crew will eventually have their wake-up moment like I did. Maybe this is it. I have doubts.
Yeah, when people have bought this far into the message TM, it's very hard to pull them back out again.
Well, we're going to see about those receipts tomorrow. As make sure you
That's
guys come
exciting.
back with Gothics because it's going to be enough, man. It's going to be
I
a
will
lot.
See that.
Live at 11 a.m. Central Time for sure. There was some other stuff that kind of came out today about this. That once again, best reporter in the world, Grums has found about this group called NNESAGA. NNESAGA, I guess it is. And they quote tweeted the Black Girl Gamers thing. Says once again, it is the white and non-white side of gaming that insists on erasing the work that Black orgs such as BGG have done to create a safer and diverse environment. We stand with the BGG. Any troll, racist, or bigot who continues to try them will try us next. And as pointed out in the chat, the idea that in the description, the idea that like they included non-white, non-Black people. So like, what does that entail? I thought you were trying to make this super diverse, and it's really just like taking the shit and just putting it in their face and making them smell it. You know,
They're just trying to be like, oh, you guys are all racist because you don't support this organization who's trying to be more diverse and put more Black people in the games industry. It's the same argument that Black Lives Matter used. If you're against us, you just hate Black people. You're a racist.
Well, tomorrow is going to be very interesting, to say the least, with Gothics. I cannot wait to hear what she has to say tomorrow. So make sure you guys, once again, come back. If you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button and join us. We got a lot of super chats. Do we have any memes today, Blabs?
Yes, we did. But let me pull them up first.
Okay.
But first, there is a locals tip from Mojo. I'll read off before I die. It says, I hate the co-opting of accessibility. I have a disability, but they never talk about rebinding keys or buttons, which is vital and mainly why I play PC games. Which is true.
Thanks, Mojo. Appreciate that.
Keybinds kind of suck sometimes. I don't play with WASD. It's not because of a disability. I just have brain damage. But not being able to rebind my keys is horrible sometimes.
All right, so we have a few memes. I'll bring them up right now. So we have myself pulling almond titties.
Go.
And then, what are you get? There you go.
Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate that. Let's read off some of these super chats, guys. Thank you again for your support today. Genuinely appreciate it. SBZ came in and says, oh, she means you're now officially a simp. Thanks, SBZ. Nissan came in and says, don't bend the knee to these people, Craig. Lord of the Rings is overrated.
I like that Nissan guy's profile picture. It makes me think of MySpace.
Yeah, right. JWT came in and says, a garden in my anus, a new romance novel for suburban housewives.
You know, we gotta ask Kirsche, did you hear about the man who had a 12-inch eel up his anus?
I didn't hear about the man who did, but I know that's popular in Jav pornography. Plenty of women have that happen.
Okay. Anyway.
She's just like, oh no, I have bartered with God and I lost.
Anyway, moving on.
As I look at my original Game Boy, I can feel myself turning to dust. Thanks, Captain Zachbeard. Hunter came in and says, side scrollers and my favorite ranting fox lady. Great way to relax before the second shift. Here's to the domain fund. Let's go. Add to that domain fund. I need to buy some more domains once the show's done. Steve came in says, I'm calling the democracy office of the officer. Oh no. Thank you, Steven. Appreciate that. The democracy officer. It's rough. Joseph says, I show up late and Craig is buying domains still? I guess I didn't miss anything. Blabs, I got a special song for you soon. Maybe Friday.
It better be a song we know. That's part of the rules.
RL Dog says, Craig, did you see Gothic's tweet this morning? She used to be a member of BGG. Yep. Once again, she'll be on tomorrow. Thank you very much. Emperor Creatine says, what did AVGN say about the Power Glove again? So bad. MC Hawk says, when will we get Fox Waifu on CobraCast? Much love. You go to ddaycobra.com and find out. Matthew says, did you see RGT's video on Polygon? The radicalization of Sean against these gaming journalists is amazing. Oh, yeah. He's starting to see the light. RGT85 is starting to see the light, and it's wonderful to see. I think the gloves are starting to come off a little bit. You know, I said this yesterday, and I'll say this again. We need to be wolves, like we have to fight and snarl and be mad, and that's what it's going to take to win this. We have to be wolves, and I think RGT is slowly becoming a wolf, and it's great to see. Speaking of wolf, Wolfsbane came in and says, Kirsche, you may like the Carnosaur movie series about crazed scientists trying to bring back dinosaurs by using women to birth them. Cheesy goodness.
Oh my god. Okay, you're right. I do want to see that. I loved Velocipaster, which is a pastor who can turn into a velociraptor and he fights ninjas.
I have the crave to play Jurassic World Evolution 2 now.
Velocipaster that's phenomenal.
It's amazing. It's so cheesy.
AXS Prime says the only hero shooter I liked was Gundam Evolution, and that's gone. I don't need Marvel. I don't think Marvel can carry that weight. Thanks, Prime. Appreciate that. And AJH says Craig should buy the domain Crocheting for Cripples. You know what? I probably should. That's a charity that we talked about launching. Kirsche, would you like to be a part of the Crocheting for
Croatian Crocheting for Cripples?
Yeah, I would love to be a part of the Croatian image board for Crocheting Cripples.
the event that will be happening soon. K came in, says Paper Mario Thousand Year Door is so worth it. I consider it a 10 out of 10. Only other game that gets that for me is Mass Effect 2. All right, Kay, so you're into that Thousand Year Door. Good stuff. You got 2 months to wait. Creek Gorilla, Malavian Creek Gorilla says, "Hey guys, have you three played the Metroid Prime remake? I recommend it." Yes, I bought it. I thought it was wonderful looking. Kirsche, have you had a chance to check it out?
I haven't played a Metroid game since the one where you turned into a ball on the Nintendo DS. Not even the 3DS, just the original DS.
Nice. Yes. Well, you can turn into a ball in all of them, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, that's the only one I've played.
Eric says, never bother with a hype train streamer. I watch, didn't get anything out of it. It's a scam unless you have powerful friends. Thanks, Eric.
Well, the hype train is basically just to encourage audience. Like, it's like, oh, special event is happening, so if you do more subs now, more bits now, then you'll be part of the hype train. You'll be part of the community hype train, and you might get special emotes if you haven't claimed all of them already.
That's right. 60 Watt says, but I don't get a dopamine hit, dopamine likes on donations. That's right. Well, that's true. You can get the likes on Superchats over here as well, which is great. Uriah came in and says, subathon? Somebody like DS Pigroach on Twitch with his tips need that money. Thanks, Uriah. Appreciate that. Odin says $500,000. That's enough money to graduate from V and U.
True.
That's a V and U.
That's a VTuber company. Legal Mindset did a stream with one of their ex-talents who basically after some contract issues, I guess they told her that she needs to pay $500,000 if she wants to break her contract early. Once you learn more about VTubers, you learn that a lot of VTuber companies are very, very predatory.
Wow, that's crazy. You should start your own company and make it non-predatory. You know?
I can barely manage myself. I need a manager to manage my back end. I don't want to manage other people.
There you go. I love it. Jeff says, I've been to Qatar. Beautiful stuff. It was 127 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, it was freaking hot, and all I did was go from like the airplane to the ground, and it was like, yeah.
Epsilon came in and says, people, let's give it up for our slaves. Woo.
I love slaves.
Slaves!
Captain Yolo says, just received my merch package. Love the purple snapback cap and t-shirt. Highlight of my week. Captain Yolo, you're going to look good in that. Once again, a quick reminder, you can go pick up the brand new Side Scrollers All-Star t-shirt right now. There are only 55 of them left. I think actually less because some people have bought them today. So please go pick them up. We greatly appreciate your support. Link is in the description. Let us continue. Dartry says, considering how Kirsche last confrontation with a spider went, her fighting a terror spider would be pretty intense.
I am afraid of spiders in real life, and there was a little jumping spider on my window next to my desk, and I couldn't capture it in a jar. I tried throwing my cat at it, like I couldn't beat the spider. Ground my entire stream to a halt.
I like the idea of you just picking up your cat. And...
Yeah, Mayor, he makes art for me during a lot of my streams. He drew a picture of me throwing my cat at the spider.
See, I kill spiders with lint roll and like perfume.
That's actually smart. I never thought about using perfume.
Yeah, because there's alcohol in it, so it just kills them.
That makes
And
sense.
if they're stuck on the ceiling or something, I will like put a lint roller to like a mop or whatever, so it's an extension, and go and stick it to a lint roll. Yeah,
Oh,
there's a whole bunch of lore with me and spiders and killing them. Lint roll, packing tape, perfume. Yesterday I had some big balls. I killed a little spider with a tissue. I was like, ugh! Oh yeah.
Good for you, Blabs.
I'm learning how to be a
them
spider counter-terrorist. Thank you.
I don't like spiders, but I don't mind snakes. Like I grab snakes all the time. But like, aha, I got him. But spiders, no, too many legs.
No, I don't like spiders.
Hey, Blabs, the tower chart came in.
For $2, I'll have more shoutouts than anyone.
Thanks, Blabs, the tower chart. Noodles came in and says Playdate is a handheld that relies heavily on its crank that's attached to it. It also has its own library of games. Okay, Playdate. That's the $700,000 that we saw stole earlier. Blabs, go ahead and read that one for me, please.
Wildo T. Baggins, $55 says, I'm aware I'm behind, but the Mid-East isn't as prudish as you think. Do not look into the Dubai porta potty.
Oh no.
We will not. I promise you that.
It's not so much sexting with poop.
And Instagram models, yes.
Yeah.
Nope.
I've learned some stuff.
Pippa
Pakistani, I think, right?
Pakistani.
National for Canadian 5. I have a rule with games. If a game doesn't have a sexy, cute female protagonist, I don't buy it. So, no AAA games of 2020 and on.
Right.
Hi, Gabe. Gabe says Microsoft demands all almond titties be reduced.
Get them small almond titties.
Not the reduced almond milk.
Gear and Iron Odyssey for 5. Craig, have you ever considered having Jimbo from Retro Game Lounge on the show? He's called out this woke bullshit for years long before it was fashionable.
No, I don't know who Jimbo from Retro Game Lounge is.
Leave that super chat. I'll go and write it down.
Lab's going to write them down for sure. Thanks, Gear and Odyssey. 60 Watt came in and says, what is the current accepted definition of the word, quote, need? I'm confused. Also, Balthier is one of my favorite Final Fantasy characters ever.
He's
there's
pretty heckin' nice.
Yeah. Hyal says, people love GTA San Andreas. It had only one white man in Act 1, and he was a sidekick cop. What are you doing, Blabs?
Oh, you said Maine, so I was like, nay.
Oh. If diversity was more like this, or Gear of War gamers would be love more diversity. Thanks. Thank you for that. I'm sorry I butchered that.
Keep making those neighing sounds. You're gonna attract Vaush.
Stallions.
HP Lovecraft's Cat says Microsoft wants Japanese developers to make their men effeminate, more so their women ugly, and their stories communist. Thank you, HP Lovecraft.
That's a good cat.
DB Wild came in and says, to combat Microsoft's stupidity, I propose all gamers slam every game that does not have distinctly human characters as every entity in the game. No alien, no creatures, nothing cartoony. Human representation only. Fucktards. DB Wild, that's wonderful and accurate. Represent only humans. 60 Watt came in and says, validate me, chat. I quote unquote need it.
60 Watt, you're validated.
Agent Strawman came in and gifted 5 memberships to the channel. That is spectacular. Thank you very much for that. If you guys got gifted a membership, make sure you say a thank you and consider paying it forward. Really appreciate that. That is excellent. Emperor Creatine came in and says, as the late, great Norm MacDonald says, this sounds like a bunch of commie gobbledygook. And it is. They are unironically all communist. Thank you, Emperor Creatine. Hayden, my boy, came in with the $10 super chat. It says, Kirsche, Blabs, and Craig's Crime Boss collab win. Oh yeah. Kirsche.
I don't know.
Crime Boss collab? What is Crime Boss?
Crime Boss is the game I mentioned earlier that has like the actual unironic diversity, where it's a whole bunch of characters and a bunch of them have stereotypes. It's like a Payday kind of game, but I think it's more fun than Payday.
The women were sliced open abdomens and stuff. Yeah, that
Ah,
one.
yeah.
No, that's not that one. That was Deadly Premonition.
Okay.
Yeah, Crime Boss is Payday, but made by a small Eastern Euro studio, published by 505 Games. Its biggest downside is that it's on Epic Game Store only right now. I want it to be out on Steam already so I can shill it to more people.
Okay. I got it pulled up. Crime Boss Rockay City? Is that what it
Yeah, Rockay City. I love this game. I love it so much.
is? Okay. So we're looking at the IGN review right here. It's super fun, huh?
Yeah. It got rated really low by a lot of gaming journalists. And, like, again, the Hollywood voice acting sounds very phoned in. The actual, like, voice actors did a very good job, in my opinion. And, like, I mean, there's going to be some scuff in it. You're always going to have some scuff, but I find it very, very enjoyable to play.
Cool. And this is a multiplayer type thing? Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Danny Glover's in it?
Yeah, it's got a lot of Hollywood voice actors. Chuck Norris is in it, too.
What? What the hell?
Vanilla
Hold on.
Ice is in it.
Vanilla Ice is in this game?
Yeah, as himself,
What happened?
unironically.
Look at that.
I think Craig should play this game on one of his play streams.
Wow.
It's really fun. It's really fun. Really cheesy.
All right, Hayden. Maybe soon, man. Maybe soon. That's great. All right. Lance came in and says, the only diversity in gaming that I care about is the kind of diversity one can find in Smash Ultimate Character Select Screen. There you go, Lance. There you go. Love it. Cole says, War Thunder is great for attack helicopter people. Thanks, Cole. Seth came in with this, says, Gears of War achieved this almost 20 years ago without even trying. Has Microsoft magically memory hold this? Yes. Baron Brankston says, happy hump day, y'all. If only a famous social activist gave a speech about content of character and not color of the skin. Well, I guess that never...
How dare you?
That's wrong social activist, Blab.
I know, but I thought of her and she was right there looking at me.
Makes sense.
Wrong one. It's very wrong. Anthony says, this reminds me of the whole Stellar Blade thing, the whole unrealistic body type modeled 1-to-1 after a literal person. Which, by the way, that demo comes out on Friday. Are you gonna check that out, Kirsche?
Absolutely. I've played Korean games for so long. Of course, I'm going to play Stellar Blade.
Cool.
For the
Friday.
jiggle physics.
Absolutely.
Get all the jiggle up. I hope they add the jiggle slider in it just to kind of shove it in, put it in their face.
I want it to be as crazy as VTuber jiggle physics. All right, let's go.
Look at the wow, good for you.
Say it one more time, I'm paraphrasing.
Is this like a girls jumping on trampoline segment? Have we
Yeah.
gone back?
That's our booth babe right there.
Oh my God. All right, my turn. No, I'm just kidding.
Aw. Do you need size A cups?
Xenic says, yes, my boobies.
Easter egg hunt. Gotcha.
They're unironically cultivating a culture of segregation and racism through their fixation on intersectional theory. Yes, Scenic, you nailed it.
Yeah, but
right?
the segregation is good this time because they're segregating out the wrong people, you know?
Right. That's right. Yes, the segregation is good this time. That's a sentence that's never led to good things. The worthy one says, what's funny is being in fitness for a minute. I noticed most of the women I met are inspired by most of the female gaming characters they frown on. Interesting. Ciro says, remember, do not side scroll with Kirsche. Huh?
The Kirsche is my small, furry, woodland critter version. It's like when all of my brain cells are gone and I am at my absolute dumbest. I'm just a small, furry fox creature from the woods.
Oh, it's wonderful. Huh. Do you get pet?
Do I get what?
Pet?
Yeah, of course. You pet me like your house cat. That's cute.
Okay. Weird transition. Masturbator came in. The last one is in Cortana. That's weapon. Thank you, Masturbator. Appreciate that. We saw that. Agent Strawman says, shout out to 90s inclusion when diverse characters were just there and no one cared about their characteristics. Also, when will Kirsche be on FNT?
Oh, that'd be interesting.
You'd
That
fit
could
right
be
in.
fun. I'm down.
Yeah, they're great. Masturbator says, not trying to defend it, just saying. And Ciro came back, says, Blabs, how does a man crushing an apple with his hands sound to you, or single-handedly building a porch? I'm definitely not asking due to any guest.
I think it's great.
For my stream anniversary every year, I've done rating my chatter's hands because I like nice manly hands, as it were. And so for this year, I saw a VTuber who like crushed a melon, and then I saw a bodybuilder who crushed apples in his hands. So I was like, you know what, chatters? I'm gonna have you do some physical activity. You're gonna train your grip strength, and next year I want to see videos of you crushing apples with your hands.
Nice.
I think that's pretty cool.
Tell you
Right?
what.
I'm more impressed by the whole building a porch. I'm gonna be
Blabs,
honest.
continue reading from Aiden real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. He's going to do crush an apple or attempt to watch. All right. Aiden asks, and men should stay masculine while women should stay feminine. I love women who embrace their femininity and have curvy bodies. I don't care if I offend them. So there. I feel like that statement from like Joey Tribbiani. I'm curvy and I like it. And that applies.
Right?
Master Goa for 20. I used to watch Screw Attack back in the day. Glad the Foxu got you into the culture war now. I came to support my Foxu. Here is some money to get her Duracell batteries. Gotta keep your ladies energized. Don't ban me, boss.
Hey, boss.
What is the Duracell batteries for?
I'm not sure. You don't put your batteries in your women. I wonder if this is there's some men who have put batteries inside the member. Batteries don't
I'm
belong
underwater
there.
again. Am I good? Am I good now?
You're good. You're good.
Okay, weird. StreamYards, that's StreamYards, guys. But totally get it. Totally, sign up for StreamYards. Affiliate link below. Okay, James Moore for $5. The weapon is effectively Cortana. She's another brain scan-based AI from Halsey, and it's implied she takes Cortana's name at the end of Infinite. Oh, yes, there it is. No boobs, Cortana. Frankie Too Sweet for $5. Get Jimbo Fox from Retro Game Lounge on the show. He's all anti-woke. Yep, I wrote him down.
Wait, his last name is Fox? So you say we could have double the Fox action at once?
What does the fox say? And that's when Craig comes back. Did you crush the apple?
No, I got one because I want to see if I can do it.
Anyway, don't
very
even bother.
intrigued.
Remdog for $5. You should talk to Gothic about BGG. She was kicked out. Yes, thank you very
Tomorrow.
much. She'll be on tomorrow. Marksman, Kerr, you mentioned how your mom dated a brotherhood, but do you have any stories about the man himself? What wild events have you witnessed? Go to any rally?
No, I have never been to an Aryan Brotherhood rally. I don't have any like super crazy stories about him aside from like him and my mom getting into fights frequently, both with each other and with other people. I guess like the weirdest thing was like when I didn't want to have him tattoo me because my brother was getting tattoos from him, and I was like, no, thank you, I don't want that. And he was like, well, at least I'm going to teach you Nordic runes, and I was like, but why?
Okay. Anyway, Opus has become a member for 12 months. Favorite kind of ketchup, Kirsche? Can I persuade you to try mushroom ketchup?
I like Heinz, the organic one. No, I don't like mushrooms, so I would not eat the mushroom ketchup.
I like mushrooms. Anyway. Jacob Foxfires. Lots of foxes in the chats today.
Yeah.
These people complain about stereotypes, but since last week, I heard nothing but girls and women praise Princess Peach Showtime, which is very feminine. Yeah, I hear the game's pretty fun. Craig, are you still trying to crush that apple over there?
No. I didn't want to do it off camera. I want to do it on camera.
I bet you he probably just took a knife and cut up into really tiny slices. He's like, aha, slice.
You got yourself a full apple here. Full apple. Should I listen? We're gonna do this we're gonna do it right. Here we are. I've got a blueberry.
Okay.
Right? Check it out. Crushed in my hand.
Oh my
Let's
God.
go. Done.
What a waste of a blueberry. He's not even going to eat it.
Raspberry. Crushed in my hand. Let's go. Look at that. There you go, Bob.
Yeah, that's why you eat
No,
your
it
I was
Brain
gonna say, I'm waiting for his
everything
wife to thwap him for wasting fruit.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Can I break?
No, you can't.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay.
Maybe bashing against your head.
Here we go.
What are you doing? You massaging it?
He's gonna find the weak spot, you know?
Yeah, he's gotta find a bruise. Watch him like bash the. He's gonna bash the apple against the wall and be like, "Look, I did it." All right, we got that one. Thank you. Oh, he's back. Okay, here we go. Are you ready?
Hey again, everybody.
Hello.
Let's
Did you bash the apple? He's gonna hurt himself, and he's gonna send himself to the ER. Like, I broke my hand, wife.
No, I can do this. I almost got it.
I heard a crack.
Yeah.
No, that was his hands breaking. Yeah, you're supposed to crush it with one hand, chat says.
Oh, I can't do that. There's no way in hell I can do that. That's ridiculous.
Get good.
He's giving it a college try though, you know?
I am. I'm trying my damn hardest.
You can try it against your head or like the wall. That might soften it up a bit.
I feel like if you smash an apple against your head, that'll really hurt. Why are you
I don't
smelling
do
it?
that. It smells good. I'm
Well,
definitely
it's
making
an apple, Craig. What'd you expect it to smell
I'm
like?
making progress, Blab.
Maybe he thinks his hands smell
I
bad.
got
He
it.
wonders if the apple smells bad.
Yeah, you spank that apple.
Oh, it is. The juice is falling. All right.
Oh no! Oh, well done, Craig. Well done.
You did it! Congratulations!
I tried. It's hard, man. That's a hard thing to do.
He did that with no training though, you know? So impressive.
No, I mean, I did nothing. So
Now
not
drink
really.
the blood of
The
your
juice
enemy.
is falling.
All right. the juice is falling. All right.
Anyway, Jeff says WASD is an app to rekey any controller or keyboard on PC. Oh, thank you, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff.
One time at band camp, anti-wokes have been passive too long. I thought we were above using the SJW's underhanded tactics. Now I wouldn't care if we start doing the same.
I mean, we kind of have to. They're the ones who drew the line in the sand, and they're not above being like, oh, I thought this was against your principles. It's not against mine, so I'll keep doing it, but it's against yours, so you should stop.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna rip it apart. I'm gonna beat this fucking apple.
Okay, anyway. Master murder.
He's mad with power!
He's lost it. He probably is like, I broke all my fingertips, but it was worth it.
Rend the flesh from thine enemies.
Master Bader says, Boobs has some big balls. I mean, they're massive, man. Gigantic. Like, boulders that I'll look around and all day long. Maniac Man, I'll manage your back and... What's the context in it?
Really fucked up.
Kind of fucked up there, man.
We were talking about managers. Like, I need someone to do all of my back-end business Foxu stuff so I can focus on the content.
Yeah, anyway. Emperor Creatin, did you guys know that NNESAGA 4, I mean, Deadly Premonition was constructed from the ground up specifically for Kirsche? Wild.
There were so many times during that game where I said, like, the exact same line as the character who was speaking, and I had never played the game before. And there's even a clip of me doing the same exact expression, stopping talking as the music stops, and then resuming as the music comes back in. It was a wild ride. That game was actually made for me, unironically.
Are you still pulling the apple apart over there?
No, it's gone.
Oh, I saw you go, like, moving like this. I was like, he's probably ripping it to shreds now. Like, apple.
I'm good.
Okay.
Now I'm just enjoying the apple that I crushed with my hands.
Oh, you even crushed a blueberry. The Garth Knight returns for $4.99. Guys, look up the 2003 Midway game Roadkill. It's a similar game to GTA, but the radio station shows are hilarious and oddly still topical. Oh, cool. Thank you.
Dark Knight.
Evil! It's funny because Azure Lane is a game filled with beautiful ladies, and yet women love it. Love me, Owari.
I love me Azure Lane. They're coming out with a new game soon, Manji Studio is, and I'm really hoping that they continue to be free-to-play friendly. Because it looks like a Genshin Impact style game, and I just don't want it to have Genshin Impact style monetization.
Lance says, Bob catches a snake by the neck. Aha! Got you, my new little friend. Now guess where you're going. No, actually, I chucked the snake. I chucked the snake back into the woods and said, get out of here! And then he comes back 5 times in the summer. It's really annoying. I just keep constantly chucking snakes.
One of
these days he's going to end up on my wall like the rattlesnake. His name's Elvis. He's right there.
There's a snake guy that makes cute videos where he picks up snakes and he goes yoink whenever he picks them up. I like it.
Interesting.
Yoink.
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 Retro Game Lounge. Yes, Kirsche. My last name's actually Fox. Oh, hello there.
Oh, hello.
That's
We should do Fox things together.
What does
All right.
Yeah,
I
you,
got him,
Craig.
I
Fine.
got him. Potato Radio says, word of advice, never as Tenma from Phase Connect. What does the fox says? What the fox says. I don't even know what I just said. What did I just say?
I think he's saying never ask a Tenma from Phase Connect what the fox says.
Okay. See, that's the problem. You leave out letters, you leave out syllables, and I can't read them initially, so I can't read them at all anyways.
I have brain damage, so I can read brain damage.
Good. Excellent. You should appear more often on our show. It would really help. Zero says, another donation because I feel bad. Don't feel bad. Thank you very much for your support, though. Zed, the snarky, says, so how did you break your hand, sir? Well, a fox girl wanted me to break an apple with my hands. What?
She's real, I swear.
Elson says, improve my grip strength? I have been every day during side scrollers. Elson, don't make it weird. Thank you very much. Pyro Ronpa says, I will not apologize for wanting huge boobed women in my video games. Pyro, don't ever apologize for that. And Ciro says, what was your sense of direction in the game, Kerr?
Look, I still have the woman debuff. I can't use maps. I can't drive. It's not my fault they dropped dogs on my car from the sky and I'm white.
That's racist.
I have
No,
a
it's not. It's
reaction
true.
to the previous super chat. Have you seen something?
Some huge boobies.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
They're all gone now.
We Are Wolf says DEI equals didn't earn it. Blake came in with 2, says there will be a day when Craig will watch Lord of the Rings movies, but it is not this day. Dude says, personally, I'd love to push Kerr's buttons. Craig, I can send you a meme about what is and isn't a furry. Hi, Blabs. Drowned any hedgehogs recently?
What?
No. He's talking about the Sonic video game where I accidentally drowned Sonic in the water. It's not like I go out and kill animals like that.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you were talking about yoinking snakes earlier, so
Well,
I
I
was like,
don't
what
kill them, I
are you
just
drowning
chuck them.
hedgehogs?
I repurpose their homes somewhere else. There's a difference. Craig, you're muted. And you've lost your mic now. Oh dear. I don't know what's going on. That's fine. I got this.
Oh,
Go
dear.
buy Silver. If you buy a fox and let you into your house, it's gonna do fox things. Thank you. Yes, you're back now.
Am I back?
Hello.
Okay. Vault says, this fox girl, she's the sister of the anime girl Liru. Are you the sister of Liru? Liru?
I don't recognize it. I'm bad with names, man. I'm so bad with names.
Jared says, from one ketchup lover to another, have you ever tried ketchup on top of a plain piece of bread?
Well, no, because ketchup isn't butter. You're not supposed to spread it on bread and eat it by itself. However, when I was a kid, my mom used to like putting mayonnaise on bread instead of butter, and then watching me get upset when I took a bite out of it, realizing it wasn't butter.
I like mayonnaise on bread.
What
Really
the
good.
hell? Why?
It's so good.
What? What is wrong with you?
It's really good, but like also I usually just have it with like eggs and bacon and stuff too.
What if we put mayonnaise on toast and ketchup in soup, and then we dipped the mayonnaise toast in the ketchup soup?
Well, that's just absurd. Why would you do that?
Well, because we're combining two things that shouldn't
Nah.
exist.
Mm-mm.
Maybe
Nuh-uh.
maybe it's like the ultimate flavor.
Nah, mayonnaise with on bread is totally fine. It's good. Yummy. Try it.
You know, mayonnaise on toast. I'm gonna have some chicken noodle soup or some Italian wedding soup, and I'm gonna put the ketchup in it. I'm gonna dip the mayonnaise toast, and I'm gonna
I
try
don't like
it.
where this conversation's going.
Craig, you bastard! You got me to try the cheese.
What'd you think?
I was disappointed that it actually tasted pretty good for fast food.
I gave it a 6.2.
I took a picture of it because the way that my cheese was shaped, it was like a little ghost.
Oh, cute. The little pepperoni Pac-Man eyes.
Yeah,
maybe?
little pepperoni ghost, the pepperoni.
Nice. That's awesome. Well, if you would give it what would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10?
I would probably give it around the same as you did, like a 6. Like, you know, I probably wouldn't go out of my way to get one, but like if somebody bought one for me, like on their way home from work, I wouldn't reject it. I'd be like, oh, okay, you know, it tastes pretty good. I know what I'm getting.
Right. Fried chicken, you know, it's chicken parm with pepperoni on it, without the noodles. That's it.
Yeah, the pepperoni with the cheese.
Bronsonite came in with the ones that Saudi Arabia opening a Dragon Ball theme park. What?
Yes.
And, Toriyama croaks before it's finished. Oh no, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Jared says, "Do you think you'll come over to Kick or Rumble at some point, Kerr?"
I don't know if I could put in a third platform right now. Reading both YouTube and Twitch chat is a little difficult. You know, dual-wielding chats, it's a lot of people. But maybe I can consider splicing in a third one and getting rid of my brain worms, because I won't be able to read the chat from a third place.
It's tough. It's tough for sure. Abomination has a rundown of all the Microsoft words. Approachability equals boring, no challenges. Representation equals stereotype, heavy caricatures. Globalization equals alienating your audience. Accessibility equals more cutscenes, walking sims, and automatic, quote, play for me. Thank you, Abomination. Appreciate that. They Can't Starve You came in and says, remember 20 years ago when video games were fun? Not cudgel for fat, untalented, cat urine-smelling developers to beat their existing fan base over the head with while screaming about their genitals? Yeah, that was good times.
They gotta corrupt all the media so you'll have nowhere to escape from.
We Went Through Life with Brian came in with the 10 over on Rumble. Says PlayStation has an adaptive controller as well. Works on PlayStation 5. It's fairly new. Thanks, Bri. Hopefully it's going great for you. Kratos came in and says, do all the characters / depictions look the same? Well, that Validate game would be guilty of that. They all look like stereotypical PIB Sasquatches. That's right, Kratos. Did you see the Validate game, Kirsche? Kirsche.
Fox thing? Yeah, no, I saw Validate.
Did you see
it's got the telltale art style of like you know what this is.
Right. Did you see the most number of players that it's had on Steam at one time?
I feel like I saw the screenshot on Twitter, but I don't remember.
It had 77 as its max number of players.
Wow, big game.
Yeah, in the last 30 days, it had maxed out at 2 players. 2.
Oh my god! Even Terra on its deathbed had more people than that.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Foxes says hobophobia. I'm not afraid of them. I eat their livers. Oh, hi, Kerr. You can have some liver too if you like. There you go.
I don't like liver. No, thank you. I'll eat like the thigh meat of the homeless person.
That was a weird story the last few days. Very weird. The homeless guy just picking up how do you find a leg laying around?
Oh, I mean, he probably didn't find the leg laying around. I'm sure there was a corpse it was attached to at some point. Whether he butchered the corpse or it came pre-butchered is, yet to be known.
Blabs, did you hear about this? Yeah, it's crazy. What are you eating,
I
Blabs?
say that as I'm eating chocolate.
Kratos came in and says, what the fuck is Blab's obsession with this 12-inch eel story every single day? I need a brain cleanse. You're right, Kratos. She is weirdly obsessed with sticking a 12-inch
Well, I
eel
just
up
want
in
to
her
know
butt.
if Kirsche knew. Because
Whenever I hear about the eel stories, I can only think of that one specific eel story where they put a camera inside the girl after the eels, and they were like, watch the shame, and she was like, I never should have quit the nail salon. As like my favorite eel story.
What
Is she on drugs?
talking about?
What do you mean?
What are you talking? That's amazing. What are you talking about?
It's I mean, I could probably find the link and send it to you when we're not live, but it's a really weird Japanese porn where they just did a whole bunch of strange things. Wait, why did you guys make that reaction? I was talking about eels being in her ass with a camera
I thought
afterwards.
it was like a real thing, as in like some girl got eels up her butt, or she put them there, and then they put a camera up there to see what happens, like a research. I didn't think it was hentai. I thought it was for research purposes.
No. It's what research would they be doing if it wasn't pornography?
Side effects of having an eel up your ass. I don't know.
We need to find out if eels can survive in the landscape of the human anus in case that their environments are endangered by polluted waters.
Repurposing the homeland.
Wait. What did she say when she had it in her butt? What did you say, Kurt?
She said, I never should have quit the nail salon.
That's for money.
Oh, we listen. We need somebody to start side scrollers out of context, where they just take all the things that are said on a day-to-day basis, slice it up into a 3-minute video, and everybody giggles. Things are said on the show that I love. That's hilarious. Oh my god!
I thought it was for research. Oh no.
Kerr, if you wouldn't mind sending that video to Blabs, it's important that you watch it now.
No, thank you.
I was just gonna send blatant pornography in your Twitter DMs. Don't worry about it.
No, just tweet it directly at her publicly. It'll be great.
Oh my god.
No.
Oh my God. Alma John says, so wait, Craig, was wokeness the reason you came back to gaming on YouTube? No, that was not the original reason, but it's played a very big part in the nonsense that's happening and the reason I came back to YouTube. So yeah. They Can't Starve, he came back, says the cannibal got the leg from a train accident that happened nearby. Right. So he just went down. He just went down and was
It's just like, aha! It's not a chicken leg, but it'll do. Nom nom.
He was just like, oh man, the cafeteria looks different today.
Shit.
Guma came in with the 5, says, shut your mouth, pussycat, and make me a macchiato. That's a Italian Superman. Thank you, Booma.
I like caramel macchiato.
Winston says, was the game that Kerr is talking about, Crime Boss, initially planned for being underdeveloped and glitchy? I think I remember Josh from the Maddie podcast talking about how he was disappointed when the game was released officially after a great beta. I don't know.
I mean, there definitely were some bugs and some glitches and some issues. One of the big ones I had was that my keybinds would get reset every time I loaded into a match, and I was hella frustrated by that. Like, it's not perfect. It definitely has jank. I'm not gonna lie about that, but I like the game. It's fun, and it doesn't have any sort of weird ESG, DEI nonsense in it, so I'm happy to support it.
Cool. Siver came in and picked up the brand new Side Scrolls All-Stars limited edition baseball t-shirt. Pick it up. Thank you so much. Then let's go. Yeah, go pick it up. Link is in the description down below. Thank you guys very much. Abomination came in and says, for contrast, between Validate and the game that actually tried to entertain Dream Daddy. Dream Daddy had an all-time peak of 14,471 players and 32 peaked the last 24 hours. They also got a big bump from big YouTubers. Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Abomination. Gunpla Uruguay came in and says, first dono because based Foxu lady is here. I've been watching Craig since the Screw Attack times. Those were the times. No woke BS. That's right. We're just continuing it on. That's it.
No, you're a gay.
GK came in and says, Kerr, there are some chats. There's some chat merging services. I like one from VOD Ninja called Social Stream.
Oh, let me write that down.
It's called Social Stream. There you go. GK works his butt off on his streams, does a great job. And Rebound came in and says, the most popular character amongst the payers in Validate was the only whole white character. I laughed so hard.
Yeah, that was going around on Twitter where the developers were like actually upset that people glommed on to the only white character. They were just like, there's a huge cast of diverse characters here, and you have to pick the most bland and uninteresting one.
Of course. Because us white people are bland and uninteresting. That's right. That's...
With a no-purpose flower, after all.
All right. Look, guys, thank you very much for your support today. So much to talk about, as always. Kerr, what time do you stream and where do you stream? Where can everybody find you?
I usually stream at 3 p.m. I don't stream today because I was here with you guys. But usually it would be 3 p.m. Eastern, and I have both a YouTube channel and a Twitch channel.
Right.
I'm just Kirsche on Twitch. I don't remember what my YouTube channel's called.
Well, we got you locked in. We got the links in the description and in the chat. So make sure you guys.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. Make sure you guys go and check out Kerr over there. Kerr, it's so fun having you on. You are.
Thank you.
You're great. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
I play video games sometimes, but more recently I've just been ranting, especially since Bridge has been an issue on the forefront. Like even before a lot of people took notice of like the Sweet Baby stuff going on. I'd been talking about Sweet Baby around the same time you guys were last year in October, and when I found out what Bridge was, I was just like, this is more than the gaming industry, and I don't want to tunnel vision on just not buying things in gaming. I want to make sure people understand that it's going to affect them all encompassing. And it sounds awful and it sounds black pilling, but don't take the black pill. You can still make a difference. You can make change. Be the change you want to see, after all.
Well, maybe one day we can make time to play some Crime Boss together.
Hell yeah, that'd be fun.
That would be fun. Would be great. Magnum Beef came in at the horn, says the devs of Crime Boss were just trying to cure Kerr of her QWES disability. It was all out of goodwill. Sadly, they underestimated the autism fox.
I use QWES to move instead of WASD.
QWES. Wow.
I have long fingernails.
Is W your forward?
Yeah, I still move forward with W. It's just my left and right are Q and E instead of A and D.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm trying to place that on my keyboard right now. It's odd. Sigrun came in and says another funny comparison against Validate. A literal porn Candy Crush Honey Pop had people complaining that they had to cheat on all the girls to win because all the girls were so likable.
I really like Honey Pop. Honey Pop is like a kind of jokey visual novel porn game. Like it's still got the porn in it, right? But it's cheesy and it's fun, and I really liked it. It's a great game. Highly recommend.
I have one quick hit that I need to share with you all.
Yes, Blabs.
Animal lover rushes sick baby hedgehog to vet, only to find out she's been caring for a hat pom-pom.
Oh my god. How? What?
Wait. Since she just been...
How did she think it was alive before then if it doesn't move?
I don't know if this is real or not, but I had to share. It's from the New York Post.
What the
That can't
heck?
be real. Like, surely not, right? All right. Shit. Let's get out of here. Kerr, thank you again. Genuinely appreciate it. Look forward to having you on again.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
So much fun. I would like to remind everybody tomorrow is going to be another big show as we're going to be joined by Gothic. She will be joining us and letting us know her personal experience with Black Girl Gamers as she called them out on X, and that's popping off right now. So we look forward to having Gothics on tomorrow and hearing her side of everything. So join us then. Make sure you guys find Kerr on all of her outlets over on YouTube. Links in the description. Links in the chat. Go find Blabs over on Kick, where she oogles all of those weird e-girls all the time, and she'll be exposed to some new viewing that Kerr will be sending her shortly. And of course, later today I'll be playing over on the Side Scrollers Plays channel some video game. It may be DKC2, it may not, but either way, it's gonna be a fun time. With that said, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're new, and the thumbs up button on your way out. And remember, people are gonna try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. See you guys later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye.